was going to. So he would play at centre-half forward one quarter and then just stay at that end and play centre-half back the next, and vice versa. So he's an incredibly valuable swingman for them, isn't he?
100%. It's a rarity to have a player that can do all those roles. Like Kingy just said, play ruck, play midfield, play back, play forward. They're hard to come by. So that's a massive out for them.
The head-to-head matchup for Geelong Insurance Brokers. Because of the toing and froing with the teams, you've probably had to put a little thought into this one. Kirch, which way are you looking for Geelong Insurance Brokers today?
Yeah, and obviously we spoke to Keasty about the depth of their midfield and how much they can flip in, flip out, and the head-to-heads would be really difficult in that midfield. And I'm sure Newtown would have done a fair bit of work on who they run with, if they run with anyone at all. The mail was that McMahon wasn't playing, so, they probably would have had to win their own ball. But, look, I'm going to go...
The mail was wrongly addressed.
The mail was wrongly addressed indeed.
Return to sender.
Although I do believe that yesterday that mail would have been correct, and today it has been resent. Anyway, what we're going with today is
Don't trust your mailman.
Don't trust the mailman.
No.
We're going for a back forward set up again, and it's going to be Liam Fiora on Tom Lang today. I think that Liam Fiora will get that match up. He's Geelong VFL development list. He's Shep United boy. Going on Tom Lang, who's averaging 2.5 goals a game. He's kicked 2, 5, 3. In the last 2 weeks, he hasn't hit the scoreboard as much, but I think he's the one. He's a great mover up forward. He's capable of taking the game apart, whereas Fiore's probably going to get that matchup agile enough, can compete in the air, and I think that's probably the matchup that may assist particularly St Mary's winning the game of footy, and it may assist Newtown by nullifying Lang's influence on the game.
Geelong Insurance Brokers, with more than 39 years in the industry. Managing Director Don and the team at Geelong Insurance Brokers work with their clients to ensure they have the right cover, not just the cheapest premium. Look, they could have not played McMahon today, and they could have just gone to their coaching staff and said to Harmy Williams, look, you're looking still pretty good, Nick, Harmy. It's not a big ground.
No.
How about you just stick in the centre square and just do some of your best work?
So you reckon a bit of old school Diesel Williams, just to play the old school centre role?
Vinny Laz just run around
Vinny
the square.
Laz, exactly right, yes. Harmy could probably still take a few out, I reckon.
He's in good nick.
Is he good, Nick? He was a terrific footballer, Harmy.
He was. Harmy Williams, I think last time playing was when he coached the Belmont Lions
He
to a
was,
flag
yeah.
in the GFL.
Yeah.
He's one of their many coaches.
And I was going to say, they must all stand up their coaches, because there wouldn't be enough room to sit down in the coaches' box, would there?
I'll tell you what, some of them, like we mentioned, with Harmy looking in good shape. You got Wilco, he's looking in terrific shape. They got some coaches.
Simon Riddock.
I'm not sure Simon can run too far at the moment, but but look, they got some players on their coaching.
In terms of talented players on a coaching staff,
Yep.
like Damien wasn't a bad player himself with Newtown back in the late 90s.
Yep, correct.
And then you throw in Wilkinson in the ruck, you've got a fullback in Riddock,
Yep.
you've got a swingman in Williams.
Yep.
It's not a bad setup.
That's not bad at all, is it? If they had a Super Rules team, they'd be fine.
AFL 9s.
AFL 9s, yes. 3-minute quarters.
We'll keep an eye on the Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups as well. Make sure you see the team at Wombat Gully for all your gardening needs. Josh Conway for South Point Garden Supplies is down at ground level, and the conditions could be not more perfect for a game of football.
Spot on, King. It's literally the ideal day. It's not too hot, sun's out, fast deck, new beauty.
South Point Garden Supplies. That was succinct from
Pretty
Buzz.
much.
That was just straight down the line.
There's not much more to say, King. It is perfect down here.
Yeah, you can get your lawn and garden looking as good as what it does here on Anthony Costa Oval. Compost, cement, slate paving, crushed rock and pebbles, landscape feature rock, garden mulch, potting mix and lawn seed, sleepers and edging, soil and topping. You can get all that at South Point Garden Supplies, 15 Boneyards Avenue in Torquay, just behind the Bunnings is where you will find them. So we're not too far away from bounces. Teams look to get themselves moving, and that's Newtown Chilwell we talk about. 2 and 3, coming off a 73-point loss. That was their third biggest loss under Damien McMahon. They don't get hold of very often. Another big loss they had, though, was St Mary's in that semi-final going back a couple of years ago. Actually, we talked about the Newtown and Chilwell coaching staff being talented. You had St Mary's one where you've got Robertson and Keast.
Correct.
There's, I think 8 premierships or 9 premierships between them.
Yep, there'd be quite a few.
A bloke called Rayner.
Yeah, Lukey Rayner.
Goes all right.
One of the best.
I reckon Lukey went all right at the braces on Friday too.
He used to go right at the Eureka Hotel as well, let me tell you.
He's just standing in front of us. Hello, Luke. He's gone the jacket. It must be a little bit. It's a little bit chilly in the shade.
Chilly.
A bit like you yesterday down Boundary Side.
Yeah, it was cold down there. Yeah, I know. The sun was out beautifully across the other side of GMH, but it was a bit chilly on the. And it was tough to find a seat yesterday down where I was. There was lots of reserve members getting in their own seats, and wasn't too happy with Jay Doherty and Abby Holmes, who was sitting next to me for most of the day. We had to move, so that was okay.
Yeah, keeping Abby company.
Abby and I were we were waxing lyrical yesterday on the bench. It was good. Pottle came down later on and marshalled the troops for us, which was good.
Good work. I thought you say cramped your style.
No, Potto would never do that.
50 games this afternoon for Harry Benson and Matt Copley this afternoon. And do you know who I'm looking forward to seeing this afternoon and will be referred to forever as the hero? Is Nick Connors.
Still doesn't buy a drink at this club.
Nor should he.
Nor should he.
No, nor he should. Also get to see Max Orgarinos, not required by Werribee. And Sam Conway gets a really good challenge today in the ruck against the combination of Wilkinson and Fanning.
Yeah, he does. It's a real big challenge for him too, because they do rotate that ruck really well, don't they, Newtown, and they work over opposition ruckmen. So yeah, massive challenge for him today.
So two captains are coming to the middle. Matt McMahon is just waiting for Jack Blood to join him. Buzz, you're usually right out front and centre with the toss of the coin, but just holding back today.
Just hanging back today, King. I am watching today, though, unlike last week. Just happened to miss it.
So umpires today, Trent Blake, Jonathan Zarb, who we spoke before the St Joseph's Newtown game about 3 weeks ago, and the toss of the coin has been flipped.
Yeah, Newtown have won it. They'll kick to the right-hand side of your radio dial. Kingy, Richard, what ends are you going with today?
The swimming pool end.
Of course.
Swimming pool end, yep.
And the
KCAF. The KCAF end. Were we allowed to say that?
Probably
not.
Out if
Northern
end.
The city end of the
city
end.
Right. Railway end.
Swimming pool end is Newtown's end for this first term.
Thank you for that. And Harry Gower, who I think has also done a couple of radio games this year.
No moth.
So no moth today.
No moth.
Some great local football identities here this afternoon. Big
and
crowd.
And Ragsy.
Ragsy, you knew where I was going.
Yeah, that's it. Well done.
We've come together like a well-oiled machine. Let's go around the panel. Buzz, winner and margin.
Yeah, I'm going to go St Mary's Kingy by 37.
Standing very close to the St Mary's bench when you said that, weren't you?
I'm actually right in between.
Right in the middle.
Oh, okay. Kirsch.
Well, on the Kirsch's pendulum swing scale, JD, you're not going to like this today.
I think I know what's coming.
St Mary's are plus 159 and minus 226 in their scoring ability over St Mary's, giving them a total of 385. We'll divide that by 5. We'll take out some personnel. Gets it around 77-point margin for St Mary's, but we're going to bring that down a scale today. We're going to make it 55.
55 points this afternoon. Jason Doherty.
I think St Mary's as well, unfortunately, by about 22. I think it'll be closer than we think. I think Newtown will have a crack, but I think they'll get away at the end.
I'm going to split the difference between Kershaw and Doherty, and 33-16. 38 points for me this afternoon.
There's a lot of science in Matt's house, isn't there, Kingy?
I love this pendulum.
Yeah.
I reckon it's fantastic.
That's a minimum total too, might I add, at 50.
Minimum total.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to put it on Neildy to bring the pendulum for Geelong Collingwood next week.
I heard Neildy last night tell you just to stay in your lane.
In the experts chair for Wilson's Real Estate, it's Matt Kershaw, premiership player with Lara and North Shore, former star with Port Melbourne in the VFL as well. Wilson's Real Estate, Geelong property done properly. James Wilson and the team, they're just behind us. You'll easily find them. Great to see Sammy Nichols back, of course. Sammy was not robbed of the 2018 league-leading goal kicker, but he went down with a knee injury in a game he would have kicked a hatful against North Shore, and Aidan Grace has come over the top in the final game of the round.
He did.
And has a final game of the season, has won that goal kicking in 2018. Of course, Sammy's old man Stephen was pretty handy in front of goal.
He certainly was, and I seen him growing up. He played with my son Riley throughout his juniors at St Joseph's.
So we're not too far away from bounce players making their way into position. McMahon to start in the middle. David Fanning's actually going to kick things off. Matty Bogue is in there for the Eagles as well. You can see Jack Blood, Conway, Orgarinos in there for St Mary's. Just Harry Benson also won't miss Harry Benson in the headband. So the two number 9s going head to head. That might be a good one.
That's
back
a
Gully
nice
Plan
one, isn't it?
matchup.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll last for, but they both like to get their own ball, don't they? So we'll see how that goes.
Umpire Zarb just waiting for the okay from both the captains, and we'll get things underway here at Anthony Costo Oval. First quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Here's Jason Doherty.
They go up. David Fanning takes it out of the ruck for Newtown, goes towards centre half forward. Good start for the Towners, and it's called play on. Must have been touched off the boot, the umpire said. And umpire Zarb will come in and ball it up at centre half forward, just inside the centre square for Newtown. So big pack move down to the ruck contest. Conway gets it down to the side. Robinson taps it on. There is McMahon. Matty McMahon for Newtown goes inside 50, close to the 50 line, in fact, and getting across there first was Connor Joseph. He can't go anywhere, though, and it'll be a boundary throw-in.
The other name I forgot out of that very talented St Mary's coaching staff, Tommy McElwain, wasn't a bad player at Geelong Emmos either. Might have captained the premiership side.
Yeah, going well both sides for coaches. Good clubs to play at for these players to get lots of coaching. From back, Conway in the ruck contest for St Mary's. Pack develops pretty quick. Orgarinas is in there on the bottom of the pack, and he gets up. We'll hand the ball back to the umpire. So umpire Zab comes in again, throws it up at 50 for Newtown. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Bo got it out quickly. They go inside Newtown, inside 50. Nichols comes out. He can't take the mark. Got a couple against him. And a big pack develops there as well. About 30 out from the Newtown goal. And the umpire with a bit more work to do now. So, minute and a half played first term. Total Tools time clock. Here's Tom King.
Get some Wombat Gully Plan Farm matchups in a moment. Fanning winning the tap down from behind. Blood with the clearing kick towards right half back for St Mary's. Coming out and taking the footy is Maloney. Gets a handball over the top. Chance to run now. Picking up the footy is Dullhouse. Pops boy. And the kick to half forward is okay. Nick Conway coming up has marked on the chest. He's got it for St Mary's. Outer side. Near the netball courts. And he's almost out to the netball courts. He'll send a kick now towards forward 50. Bogue waited for it, had it knocked away for Newtown. He's going to come up with the loose footy. He's going to kick to the middle of Anthony Costa-Over, looking for Troop, who couldn't mark. Front of the pack, he took the loose footy, but he's wrapped up in a good tackle, held up by McMullen, and we'll get a ball. It might be McMullen with Troop.
It's a nice matchup, that one. Yep, Troop McMullen.
Or is it Sam Burke? Sorry,
Jaska.
Following him back. So a ball up in the middle, trying to barge his way through was Ned Shannon. He's going nowhere.
Charlie Sprague's coming towards our commentary position. Kingy limping off. Keep an eye on him. Doesn't look too good at the moment, though.
No, it doesn't for St John of God. Grabbed out of the ruck by Fanning again, but Benson knocked it from his grasp. He'll get it from Orgarinos and kick towards half forward, looking for Dullhouse. Chance at the back for Newtown, taken down in the tackle. Might have been Kermond, and we will get a ball up. That's half forward.
Sorry, King, just on Sprague. It was their last entry forward. He went down as the ball was in flight. I think he just could have tweaked an ankle potentially.
Conway gets it out of the ruck contest, tried to go to Benson, threw the ball away in the tackle towards half forward. Tanner's getting the numbers across there. It was a kick off the ground by Blood, sees it over the boundary line. Wanted the free kick, the umpire said no. And it will be left half forward for St Mary's at the city end of the ground. We'll have a boundary throw in. No score yet this afternoon. Early stages of the first term. Conway in front, Fanning from behind. Rode by Bogue nicely. Had plenty of it last week as well. Ball stolen in the end. Came out from Sutterby. Going the other way, though, they're going to be able to go back in through Shannon, St Mary's. Close to the boundary line again. Bogue tracks it across there, as does McMahon. And they see it over for another throw-in. Left half forward still for St Mary's. 3.5 played. First term, Total Tools time clock. Total Tools, every tool for every trade.
In the opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Fanning and Conway. Fanning palms it down to the front. He's going to win himself a free kick for too high. And right now, Fanning having the best of the early exchanges in the ruck. He feigned a handball. Now he plays on with a kick across the face of his defensive goal. Asks a lot of Matic out there. He can't take the mark. Nick Conway's at the front of the pack. He can't take it away from the contest. And we will get a ball up just inside 50. Umpire tosses it into the air. Fanning palmed it down onto his boot towards half-back. No mark taken. Condi trying to dive on the footy. And he's able to lock the footy up. Condi there, Diamond and Keaton Rayner, who we called for the first time this afternoon, son of Luke, former Grovedale star. Umpire throws it in the air. It's Conway winning the tap down for St Mary's. Bogue on hands and knees for Newtown and Chilwell trying to get a handball out of the pack. Sutterby went to ground. Loose footy spills towards Robinson. He was able to knock it on. Chance now for Condi. Handball release. Lewis to half back for Newtown and Chilwell, and he finds a marking option in Kermond, who's got it right next to the boundary line. Kermond's called to play on. He'll send a low kick that was partially smothered. Nick Conway picked up the loose footy. Handball on the bounce for St Mary's. Orgarinos comes through. Gave it to Shannon. Was knocked from Shannon's grasp. Chance might have been Condi trying to dive on the footy. Take it to the boundary line. Plenty of bodies around the ball. Plenty of the bodies around the box. And Tom Lang takes it out of bounds and we'll get a boundary throw in. We've got no score through 5 minutes on the Total Tools time clock, and Newtown will be happy with this start, Kirsch, for Wilson Real Estate.
Yeah, just hold him at bay at the moment, not giving him any forward entries, which in time in forward half, which is important at the moment.
From the ruck contest, Conway took it out of the back and goes long towards full forward. Newtown with the numbers. Can they take the mark, though? They can't. And they're put into a contest pretty quickly. Pack develops. And sitting at the bottom of that was Lockie Bond.
Interesting that Lane's playing that kick behind the play as a defender at the moment, Kingy.
So, ball up Fanning. Gets it down. Over the middle by Dalhouse. Got it away quickly. And turning in circles back to Dalhouse. He's wrapped up by 2. He's going to get held the ball there. One of the players was Mitchy Diamond. And he'll be able to get up quickly. And the ball is with Sutterby. So they go across the back line. Just hold it up, Fiore.
Just seen something off play there.
Yeah, McMahon and Algarinos.
It's giving him one in the stomach.
So Fiore has got the ball, goes towards centre wing. Pack there at the back. Joseph takes the mark. So Connor Joseph.
And Maloney spotted it.
Maloney
too,
has,
Jace.
and there's a bit going on. You keep an eye on that, Buzz, and we'll keep an eye on the footy as it moves
And
quickly.
McMahon just gave away a free kick, King. He gave him just a little one to the chin.
So the ball at the moment is with Darcy Troop in the forward line for Newtown, but it's going to come all the way back to here. No?
Yeah.
There's some good exchanges there, Josh.
McMahon landed a clean one, that's for sure. Just a little straight right.
There's a free kick down the ground in Newtown.
I think it is a free kick to Newtown down the ground.
Jeez,
I think Ben Maloney missed one either.
So I think just quietly, was it the retaliator who unfortunately got the free kick against him? Maybe. But the ball's with Sam Nichols.
I'll tell you what it does. It makes it a juicy contest for the rest of the day in that midfield, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You got two hard heads going at it in Ben Maloney and McMahon. Don't worry about that.
So Sam Nichols has the footy. Is it a true 50 here?
Yes.
Is it is?
Yeah.
So he's 50 out. He's kicking right on the line, right in, coming out of the centre square.
Beautiful kick.
And he's a left foot kick. He comes in now. There it is. On its way. He's pretty happy with it too. He was early with the call. And no wonder, because it's straight through the middle. And he gives Newtown the first goal of the afternoon. One straight 6. St Mary's yet to score. 7.5 played first term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all your big brands at
And it's on
best
again.
prices. And as Matt Kershaw for Wilson Real Estate will give us a rundown of not only that, but what's going on in the middle as well.
I've obviously coached Ben Maloney a lot over the years at Werribee and seen throughout his VFL career.
He's not mucking around.
He will not muck around all day, nor will he take a sideward step, but I can guarantee you we see more flow works today, let me tell you.
Straight to Matt McMahon.
Connor Foppiani in the middle in the long sleeves for Newtown. Hope you're enjoying the call through Carrick 955 in the AFL Bowen live stream. A fresh airy from Algarinos. Benson went hard. Maloney tried to burrow his way through. Ball comes out the side door. Benson kick inside forward 50. Back with the flight, but no mark taken for Newtown there by Bond. And the chance here for St Mary's. Shot on goal comes. And it's a nice finish. Goal coming for the Saints.
John Akarachi.
Yeah, John Akarachi. Thank you for that. Just lost the play there for a moment, and Akarachi has kicked the goal and got the quick reply. So we've got 8.5 minutes in this opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman. I think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices, and Akarachi with the goal. He's playing his 63rd consecutive game, Jono Akarachi, and that's across 3 clubs, North Shore, Bell Park, and now St Mary's. It's a pretty impressive run that he's got going on as we've gone in this first quarter on the Total Tools time clock, nearly 9 minutes.
Interesting to see where what club he gets his 100th at.
So Wilkinson in the ruck now, up against Conway. Neither ruckman really get an effective tap. Ball spills towards Maloney. Handball out. Might be okay. It was a good pick up on the half volley too. And that came through McMahon. He goes back now with the ball. Was going to come towards Rayner. Doesn't sit for him though. Joseph's handball to nobody in particular. Foppiani got 3 against him. One of them is Williams, the debutant. Kick back in. Ball was nice. Just holds it up. Algarinos has got it. Gives it away quickly. McMahon on the outside goes with the ball inside 50. Behind there, Fiore was in front, couldn't take it. Front and centre, Dalhouse was nice around the corner, missed the target though. Handballs by Newtown across the back line, going to be under pressure here. That was a good tackle, the umpire says. Yep. Yes, holding the ball. And St Mary's are going to take the free kick, and it might be Williams, is it? Who's followed it up?
It is.
Yep. So Ty Williams, who started that play really across here on centre wing, has finished the work across on the opposite side half forward flank, and he's going to have a shot for goal from about 35 out at the city end.
They pressed really well then, St Mary's. They got a bit of shape back in the corridor, and they pressed into their forward half. It was quite impressive, that ball movement.
So Williams comes in, right foot kick, push it across the face of goal, still in the field of play I think, and they're going to see it through Newtown for a rush behind to the home side, who are 117, Newtown One straight. We played 10.5 first term Total Tools time clock. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Thank Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Fiore almost to the middle of Anthony Costa Oval through the hands of Troop, back of the pack Jaska, and they'll be holding the ball. He went to fire the handball off and almost had a fresh airy. And the umpires pinged him for holding the footy. It'll be Mick Condy, former Saint himself, taking the free kick. It's called to play on. He'll look to go to the outer side of Anthony Costa Oval to left half forward for Newtown and Chilwell. He finds a marking option in Harris. That's Charlie. No Ned today. Drilling ball inside 50 over the head of Wilkinson. Ball bounces inside forward 50. Sawney coming through. Couldn't take it. Clearing kick comes for St Mary's towards half back. Bouncing ball. They'll be looking for the boundary line here because tracking it is Kermond. He kept it in the field of play for Newtown and Chilwell. Handball back, but his teammate has dropped an absolute put in Bond. He's able to knock it away back into the path of a teammate. Now it's Kermond coming again. Good tackle by the debut, or by Dullhouse rather, who brings him to ground, and we'll get a ball up. True centre wing, just forward of that for St Mary's. 1-1-7 the Saints, the Eagles, 1 straight 6. We've gone 11.5 minutes in this opening term on the Total Tools time clock.
Look at Kermond. He's
Lost the boot, threw it to the bench. Somebody fixed that for me.
and ran off.
And ran off to go and pick up Ty Williams. The ball's still in dispute here on centre wing. Comes back out there is the one booted Kerman. He got the handball away this time. Robinson across half back. Foppiani, little right foot kick. Tried to measure it to Harris. Was okay. Got the mark on centre wing. Wants to move it quickly. Gets it to Mick Condy. Kicks with the outside of the right boot. Inside 50. Tracking it back there. Couldn't take the mark was Damien McMahon. But they come out the other way. Jaska goes nicely to centre wing. And he finds Luke Lloyd.
Lloyd in front of the scoreboard thanks to Harvey Norman that shows St Mary's 1-1-7 leading Newtown 1 straight 6 here at KFC Park, if you like to call it that, for the Hoskins. Good friends of K-Rock football. Kick to half forward, looking for Dullhouse. It was fisted away from him. Front of the pack, the kick from Blood towards forward 50. It's inside forward 50 for St Mary's, but marked by Newtown's Robinson. He goes short to Matt McMahon. He'll no doubt be followed very closely this afternoon. He goes short laterally to Fiore. Dropped what he should have taken, and then under pressure a high kick that he may put on the roof here of the K-Rock commentary box. It's just floated over the top, out of bounds on the full, and the free kick to be taken by Harry McMahon for St Mary's. Just back of the wing, he goes short and into the face of Connors, the 2019 Grand Final hero. 18 months on and still being feted here at Anthony Costa Oval.
He will be forever.
Kick towards forward 50, looking down there for a mark. That's a good strong grab by Bond, the Bendigo product from Maryborough, in fact, coached by Ben Lavars at Maryborough.
Yes. So short. He goes to Mick Condy, who's having plenty of the footy in the first term. Still at half back for Newtown. He goes back to Bond. Now he wants to switch the play. Goes out wide. Has to sit and wait though. Handball came over the top. They've still got the numbers, Newtown. Fiore goes long with the kick again towards centre wing. And they might have the numbers to be able to take it away as a free kick, said the umpire. It's going to be a free kick coming back quickly. And it is Harris with the free kick. Thought about the handball, but he elects to give the kick instead out wide. They'll be able to move it quickly now inside 50, but chopped off. St Mary's have got the numbers. Foppiani was there though. He was good too in the contest. Troop around the corner for Newtown. Goes inside. Can't take the mark. Was Wilkinson. Condy's there, puts the tackle on as well. Was that in the back? The umpire says yes, I think it was. And St Mary's will take the free kick inside their defensive 50. And it's going to come back to Damien McMahon.
McMahon went to go across the face of his defensive goal, instead then put his hand down to say, I'll just settle it down for the moment and try and find the best way out. He'll bring it towards half-back for St Mary's, wanting Conway. He'll fly and he'll mark. No, he won't be paid. He'll find it on the ground, or has he got a free kick for an arm chop in the end? So he'll take the free kick and then quickly give a handball release to Benson at the point of the square at left half-back. He now kicks for space. Diamond will be first back there for Newtown and Chilwell in a foot race with Blood. Blood beat him to the footy, knocked it to his own advantage, had a fumble, had to go again at the footy, can't keep it in the field of play at right half forward. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. The Saints skipper just unable to take control of the ball, and we'll get a boundary throw-in. Right half forward, netball court side of Anthony Costa Oval. St Mary's 1-1-7, Newtown 1 straight 6. Opening term thanks to Harvey Norman. Fanning to do the ruck work against Conway. He's almost half his age. Here's Conway. Fanning grabbed it out of the ruck, banged it towards half forward. Wanted Wilkinson, didn't get that far. Swanee front of the pack, overran the footy. St Mary's with numbers, including Connors, who bangs it long inside 50 for St Mary's. Fiore with the good spoil. Boyle to the front of the pack. Bond will be first there, taken in a good tackle by Sam Conway. Ball spilled out in the tackle. Foppiani comes in to lock it up. That's not coming out. We'll get a ball up right half forward for St Mary's. The Saints by a point. Jaska comes to the bench. Thought he might have just had an injury issue. He's okay. Charlie Sprague update. Buzz, have you got anything for us for St John of God?
Yeah, he's back up standing, Kingy, but doesn't look like in any hurry to come back on the ground.
Foppiani got the ball free and got it away for Newtown inside the centre square now with a kick. Sawney met it and did nicely. Came front and centre and got a high tackle. So right in the middle of Anthony Costa, he'll go with a right foot kick long. 2-on-2 inside 50. No mark taken at the back. Connors under pressure does nicely. Handball across inside the defensive 10-metre square. Gives it to McMahon. He goes out further afield. The St Mary's boys have used it nicely across the half back. And he's going to settle the play down now. Just hold it up. A little chip kick over the top's okay. Taking the mark there is Ling. Just outside defensive 50. Just to switch it back. So they come back towards the centre square, towards the goal square. McMullen gets it to Lang. So they're still inside defensive 50, St Mary's. He chips the ball to a dangerous kick. Bogue Robinson chases, runs at it. He can't pick it up. Condi can't either. Handball came from Dalhouse for St Mary's. And wrapped up there is Rayner. Not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 50 out from the Newtown goal. Swimming pool end of Anthony Costa Oval. St Mary's 1-1-7, Newtown 1 straight 6 thanks to Harvey Norman.
Wilkinson, the ruck work, won the tap down. Bogue, a handball up the chimney. Taken without the ball was a Newtown player who's hit his head. It might have been Condi on the ground there at right half forward. Keep an eye on that, Buzz. He just slow to get to his feet. And it might be a blood rule. It is a blood rule for New Grove bench tops. Jay Dalhouse was very quick to point out that Mick Condi had some blood coming from the schnoz. It must have been the schnoz that made contact with the ground first. New Grove bench tops. Your kitchen really is the heart of your home. And Mick, who has been favoured by the fixture, usually running water for the Cats on a home game. Played yesterday, he ran water and able to play today. From the ball up, Wilkinson winning the tap down, trying to barge his way through. Might be Orgarinos, he's not going anywhere. And we will get a ball up once again, right half forward for Newtown and Chilwell. Umpire again tosses it into the air. Wilkinson and Conway, they nullify each other. It spills for Benson. He went to kick and he had it fresh air. He tried to knock it up to Blood. Chance now for Lane. He had his kick partially smothered. It went about 15 metres. Maloney overran it. Socket off the ground by Josephs inside forward 50 for Newtown. But St Mary's got numbers back. A high ball towards half back for Conway, flying over the top but not completing the mark was Bond. Benson, handball release. Copley just knocked it down, trying to work his way out of traffic. Might have been Blood. The kick to half forward, bounces away from Lloyd. He just tried to trap it. He'll come again and try and lock the footy up. Williams was good. Out of the pack, a handball off, back to Blood. Blood snaps it over his shoulder. A high ball right in front of our best seats in the house for Apco. It's off the hands of Lloyd and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 18 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock in this opening term. It's an arm wrestle. St Mary's 1-1-7, Newtown 1 straight 6.
Boundary throw-in, Wilkinson in front, Conway for St Mary's. Wilkinson gets it down nicely. Handball came out. Sutterby got it to Bogue, who ran past, goes inside 50 over the back of the pack. Troop to track it back. Might have some danger there with McMullen. He puts the tackle on him. They see it over the line. Right forward pocket, swimming pool end of the ground. And we will have a boundary throw in Newtown into attack.
Usually when they have those arm wrestles, Kingy, you're sort of between the arcs, but both teams getting enough ball inside forward 50 at the moment. They just don't have that target, or both teams rebounding very well.
So throw in. In the end, Conway tried to get it down, comes out the back. Orgarina's got one right in the back as he went past. Double kick, back into the middle. Bond stood well in the crunch there, couldn't take the mark, and the pack develops around a number of players at half forward for Newtown, and we're going to have a ball up again.
Jace, Charlie Sprague done being helped to the rooms. It's left ankle.
It's a massive blow. Thank you for that, Buzz, for St John of God. Sutterby handball back to McMahon for Newtown. He gave it off by hand to Lewis. Kick inside forward 50 as he was going backwards. Overrunning the footy was Miller. Now a chance for Lang to clear for St Mary's. He's kick wide, looking out there for Ned Shannon. Will have Foppiani for company. Shrugged him off a little bit too easily and then drives a kick towards half forward for the Saints. Spoiled by Fiore, front of the pack, Maddock. Taken in a tackle, tried to get a handball release away towards Bond, who's recovered from that earlier hit. He's taken down, and we will get a ball up between the edge of the centre square and the top of the 50 arc, just slightly right of centre. St Mary's in attack. They lead by 1. Approaching time on in this opening term. Perfect day for footy, but the scoring hasn't come with it. Conway doing the ruck work, and now he's locking the footy up. Geez, he does a power of work at ground level, Sam Conway, and that's why he was on the Williamstown, well, it's why he's on the Williamstown list and has spent a few weeks up there. Back today. No clear winner of the ruck contest there. Sutterby on hands and knees, trying to get it out to Bo. Bo to McMahon, wrapped up by Dullhouse, brought him to ground, ball up once again. So another stoppage. It has been a bit of a stoppage fest, Kirsch, for Wilson's Real Estate.
It has. Good pressure by both teams, though, not allowing each other an inch.
Conway got it out of the ruck contest. Goes across, holding the ball, said the umpire. Fopiani put on the tackle. And it will be a free kick. Akarachi caught with the footy, so Fopiani measures the ball to Robinson at centre half back for Newtown. Takes the mark, lateral kick out wide, just building. Bogue's got it, he goes short, just the required distance. He's going to hold the ball up, Newtown now. They go long. The kick towards half forward is pretty close to the boundary line. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full, and it will be a free kick to Nick Connors for St Mary's. So he's going to go back inside. Lang takes the mark. He's got a couple of short options. He goes in that direction. They raffled it. In the end, Ed Shannon took it. Won the raffle at centre half back. Oh, he thought about going straight down the ground. He elects, though, just to come sideways. Finds Sam Burke at half back for St Mary's. Just chipping the ball around. They come towards centre wing. Might be okay now. Maloney takes the mark.
Nice kick by Lingwell, weighted over the head of Nichols, who confronts Shannon off the footy. Maloney sends a left foot kick towards half forward for St Mary's, looking for a marking option. It's over the head of Lloyd. Copley tracks it towards the boundary line and out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw-in at left half forward for St Mary's. 22 minutes almost ticked over on the Total Tools time clock. St Mary's 1-1-7, Newtown 1 straight 6. Ball back into play. Doing the ruck work, Robinson now for Newtown. Won the tap down, but Akarachi, the only goal kicker for the Saints. A quick kick inside 50, down low. Kerman taking a nice mark. Playing game 126 this afternoon. One of the more experienced players out on the ground in terms of GFL senior experience. Kerman goes wide. Gee, asks a lot there of Maddock. Sutterby picked up the loose ball. McMahon, Damien wrapping him up in a big tackle, drags him over the line, and in the right forward pocket, a boundary throw-in. 22 and a half minutes gone. Still one goal apiece, but St Mary's with the behind to make it 1-1-7. It was a rush behind and lead by that score. Ball back into play for Wilkinson and Nick Conway. Nick Conway winning the tap down front of the pack. Matt McMahon there for Newtown and Chilwell. He couldn't go through. Wilkinson dived on the ball. He might have trouble. No. Umpire says give it to EG. A lot of McMahons out there, and hardly any of them hardly any of them related.
Ball up. Wilkinson got it down. Fopiani put the big tackle on again. Had help from Sutterby as well.
And Dylan and Hayden aren't even playing.
Yeah, that's right. There's a couple more still to come back. And Jack Blood gets up with the footy, hands it back to the umpire. Inside St Mary's forward 50. Fopiani got the ball back inside centre square. Nick Connors did nicely. Worked off his player, which was Harris. Goes with a right foot kick long out towards the opponent. Fiore goes up. Does he take the mark? The umpire says yes, he does. That might be a Hamlin hanger. Liam Fiore came from about 4 deep and took the mark in the back pocket, and will settle things down right now for Newtown in the last line of defence. Certainly backed himself there.
Over the big ruckman.
He did nicely.
Yeah.
Goes with a long right foot kick towards centre wing. Packed there. Over the back of the pack. St Mary's will have a bit of time. Ling. Oh, his kick went backwards a fair way, but he had some support. McMahon it is, I think, who runs through the middle. And now he goes with a bounce. He tries to switch play. Robinson up against the other McMahon, who goes up. Robinson does nicely. Needs some support. Mick Condy looks like the elephant man now with the rugby scrum strapping around the head. He probably do it himself, Mick. And will come up with the ball. And it will be a ball up centre wing. 1-1-7 St Mary's, Newtown 1 straight 6, 24 and a half played. First term thanks to Harvey Norman.
Umpire tosses it into the umpire Zarb. Tapped down by Wilkinson. Quick hands Sutterby. Chance for Matt McMahon to give it back to Sutterby. He releases back to the voice of Kerman. Kerman under pressure across the face of his defensive goal. It's a good kick for Fiore to take the mark just inside defensive 50. Fiore now called to play on. Lloyd, the man on the mark, will put some pressure on. He'll kick to the middle of Anthony Costa Oval. Watch Robertson, uncontested. Oh, well played on the mark by Harry McMahon. Knocked down the handball to Dullhouse. He got the handball received back. Might have been from Williams. Underground kick for Blood. Blood the handball off to a runner coming past in Augurinos. Augurinos outside of the right boot had more time. And he's missed to the right. But that was great from Harry McMahon. Was just aware that Robinson wanted that quick release handball to get things moving for Newtown. Knocked it down and got St Mary's going the other way. 1-2-8, playing a 1 straight 6. First quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Fiore again. Zach Tui stole straight down the middle. Goes up. Troop has to thump it from behind. Robinson overran the footy for Newtown. Goes close to the boundary and it's over. So still at right half forward for St Mary's. David Fanning readying himself to come back on.
Who's coming instead? Love how we can hear through these great effects mics the rotations, and Dean Gray's done a great job getting the effects mics up to absolute optimum levels.
Wilkinson got it down. Now his direct opposite, Nick Conway, got it inside 50. Augurinos again with the handball. Newtown working hard in the pack. McMahon set up his teammate, but they've got some numbers there. Sutterby gets it back, and they've used a couple of players to get the handball, and then they go towards centre wing. Punched from behind. Troop comes in. Wilkinson's there also. The two big blokes. Can they get it out for Newtown? They can't. And at the back end, it's okay. Sam Burke gets it inside 50. And direct route there from Sam Burke was very nice, and I think it is Akarachi has got it again. So the goal scorer for St Mary's so far this afternoon, a chance for his and the team's second. 26 and a half played first term. He's about 30 metres out, and we're going to have a nice little shot of this if you're watching it on the AFL Bowen Facebook Live page.
First mark inside forward 50 for the day.
Really?
Yep.
It's taken a while.
It has.
So Akarachi comes in now. 30 out, slide angle, city end of the ground. Right foot kick. Oh, he's missed that by quite a way in the end and puts it through for one behind. So they go to 1-3-9. The home side, Newtown 1 straight 6, 27 played first term. And time clock thanks to Total Tools. Every tool for every trade. Thanks to Harvey Norman this first quarter.
Oh, Fiore's turned it over from the kick in into the left back pocket. And the mark taken out there for St Mary's. It might be McMullen who's taken it. It is. So he's in the right forward pocket. Tight angle. Man on the mark stands around 35-40 from goal. Trent McMullen, just the one goal in his career, playing game 41, has set it into the... It's not a bad effort. He's missed to the right through for behind. Would have been a Lammy's Tavern goal of the afternoon contender. And the margin is 4. 1-4-10 now, St Mary's. Newtown, 1 straight 6 there. Only score coming at the 7-minute mark, so it's been very quiet since as we approach 28 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock.
Fiore plays on from full back. Oh, he kicks it in the car park. The ground's not that big, Liam, unfortunately for you.
That's 2 kicks in a row that has turned it over.
Out of bounds on the full, so free kick will go to Damien McMahon.
Only got the whole oval.
At left half forward, plays on now, goes towards the pocket. Big! Oh, Dalhouse went up at the back. He couldn't take it. And Newtown have got the numbers at the front to be able to break free. McMahon runs through half back, the siren sounds, 4 quarter time. St Mary's 1-4-10. They lead Newtown 1 straight 6 at the first break.
A real arm wrestle here at Anthony Costa Oval. Josh Conway is making his way out onto the ground to see who we can have a chat with from either St Mary's or Newtown and Chilwell. But you've got to like what Newtown are bringing pressure-wise after the touch-up they received from Colac last week. Damien McMahon to be happy with what he's seen so far.
Well, they're bringing 360-degree heat, aren't they? They're chasing well, they're giving frontal pressure, they're wrapping their tackles. They're really taking it up to St Mary's ball movement and restricting their ball movement.
Here's Josh Conway with Ben Maloney.
Yeah, Ben, what did you make of the first term, mate?
Oh, I think we just need to clean up, take opportunities. Like we kicked a couple of late points then. I mean, if you kick 2 goals, the score's a lot nicer to look at. The contest is really good. They've got a pretty strong midfield, but so do we. So I think we just need to capitalise on our strengths and make the most of those scoring opportunities.
And you and Matt McMahon early on just saying g'day to each other?
Yeah, I haven't met Matt, so it was good to meet him actually. So that was good.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks for your time.
Josh Conway with Ben Maloney. That was very diplomatic from Ben Maloney. Ben's been around the competition for a while. Surely he and Matt McMahon have...
I'm pretty sure they've met many a time.
Yes. It is quarter time here at Anthony Costa Oval. And, of course, KFC bringing us our Twitter on K-Rock Football. You can get into KFC for a $4.95 fill-up with a spicy hot rod. We had a couple of those today pre-game, thanks to the Hosking family, and thank you to our Uber Eats driver in Laurie Hill, who made sure that they got here on time for us to have a feed before we went to air. Quarter time. But St Mary's leading by 4 points. Thanks to APCO. Getting the APCO this month to win a Gatorade tub for your club. Live, breathe, K-Rock Football.
Debbie and Josh.
So we've been calling payphones for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Waiting to see if anyone will pick up. So far, no luck. Today, I'm hopeful.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, I don't know. This is a payphone.
This is Herbie and Josh from K-Rock.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. Just going to buy some new shoes.
Are you just walking past, heard the payphone and thought, I'll pick it up?
And it was just ringing, yeah. And it was just like something out of a movie, so...
And is it the first time you've ever picked up a payphone?
It is, yeah. I've never heard a payphone ring before.
What's it sound like?
It sounds like... Diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle.
Anything you want to know from us?
No, just keep up the good work.
Driving you home, 3 to 7 p.m. weekdays. Debbie and Josh. On K-Rock 955. Home Solution by Metricon, a fixed price home and land specialist.
If you own land and want to know how to maximise its wealth potential, just call Metricon today. Right around Victoria, Metricon are the experts in helping people build 2 or more homes on their land. We'll show you how to make the best use of your property, support you from beginning to end, and help you with the council. So get Australia's #1 home builder behind your new home development. Just call 1300 Metricon or search Dual Lock by Metricon today. CDBU 52967.
On-road, off-road. Check out Geelong 4-Wheel Drive and Camping, the home of Ironman 4x4. Everything is on display in the huge showroom, and you can get great deals on bull bars, winches, suspension, swags, and more. They're your local agent for Carry Boy canopies, plus X-Rocks bars, Clearview towing mirrors, HEMA mapping, and Ozpig. Before you go on your next 4-wheel drive and camping adventure, get a pre-trip inspection. Geelong 4-Wheel Drive and Camping, Melbourne Road, North Geelong, next to Supercheap.
Shane Crawford, what's the best way to stay hydrated in the middle of a game?
You've got to get into APCO, Joe. Right now, get a great deal on Gatorade and you could win one of 10 tubs for your club.
That's a big win.
It's the ultimate hydration station for your team, Joe, with a 38-litre tub, sipper bottles and carriers, plus 120 bottles of Gatorade.
Win a tub for your club.
Only at APCO, right across Geelong.
We've got you. T's and C's apply.
Hi, I'm Patrick Dangerfield. When you're on the highway to the danger zone, make sure it's in a Rex Gorell new or used car. Rex Gorell just can't be beaten. They top the ladder when it comes to range, service, value and quality. So you'll only get the best when you buy your car from Rex Gorell. Family owned and committed to Geelong. Do what I've done. Join the winning team at Rex Gorell.
Rex Gorell, Fine Street on the Trobe Terrace, Geelong. Visit rexgorell.com.au. LMCTs 1308 8349.
Living in pain? Not performing at your best? See Geelong's trusted allied health professionals at Corio Bay Health Group, looking after the people of Greater Geelong for more than 35 years. Choose from physio, Pilates, sports medicine and psychology, myotherapy and remedial massage, hand therapy, podiatry, acupuncture and dietetics. Be fit, be active, be healthy, be better. Call 1300 880 834 or book an appointment online at 9 convenient locations. CorioBayHealth.com.au.
Wilson's Real Estate have been breaking the mould in Geelong for 50 years. At Wilson's, it's not about being the biggest, it's about being the best. Nothing generic, no one-size-fits-all. Impeccable service, thoughtful advice, and a broad client network means your home is sold the right way at the highest price. There's a reason Wilson's are chosen to sell Geelong's most iconic properties. Skillful negotiators, strong relationships, the best outcome. Wilson's Real Estate. Geelong property done properly. Contact them today.
Thanks to Warralilly.
Matt McMahon, he'll no doubt be followed very closely this afternoon. He goes short laterally to Fiore, drop what he should have taken, and then under pressure a high kick that he may put on the roof. ear of the K-Rock commentary box. On hands and knees, trying to get it out to Bogue. Bogue to McMahon, wrapped up by Dullhouse. Brought him to ground, ball up once again. So another stoppage. Underground kick for Blood. Blood the handball off to a runner coming past in Orgarinos. Orgarinos outside of the right boot had more time. And he's missed to the right. But that was great from Harry McMahon. It was great from Harry McMahon. It was one of the rare highlights of an opening term that saw only 2 goals, 1-4-10 playing at Newtown, 1 straight 6 at St Mary's in front from Anthony Costa Oval on K-Rock footy. Josh Conway has been down boundary side, been around both the huddles. What do you got for us, Buzz?
Yeah, Darren Mum was really happy. Kingy, he was had a few guys that he was full of praise of. Just a bit of direction for Connor Joseph too, asking him to engage Tom Lang when Newtown are going forward, not letting Tom sag off. But in general, he was pretty happy in all their key indicators. They were up according to him, so he was pretty happy with that opening term.
Thank you for that, Buzz. Your Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head matchup's been blown out of the water because Fiore's playing back. You thought he'd be playing back on Lang, and Lang has actually started back.
Yeah, Lang started back, which was an interesting move. But with Sprague going down, I'll be interested to see if Lang goes forward, and he hasn't. So that's an interesting move. But
right. So you want to swap that to Fiore, who I think has been spending some time on...
He was on
Lloyd for a little while.
Lloyd, yeah, he was playing on Lloyd the first game. They are very small forward.
Yeah, it's Nick Conway. He's got Nick Conway at the moment.
Yep.
So we'll keep an eye on that match.
He's been good, Fiore, though. Apart from those couple of kicks, he has defended well. He goes his marks. It would have been a good matchup for Lang if Lang started forward, but the only week he doesn't start forward.
It's always the way it is.
Second quarter about to get underway thanks to Warrelly. Great crowd here at Anthony Costa Oval on a Sunday afternoon. Earlier today, a comfortable win in the reserves for St Mary's over the Eagles. Umpire Zarb just waiting for the crowd to clear. Love that the old past players stand from GMHBA Stadium sits very nicely in the left forward pocket at the swimming pool end and gets filled up, and they'll be sitting in some sort of sunshine over there this afternoon. Probably be the place to be. Just see Scotty Hosking reaching for the Spicer jacket. It's just got a bit cool in the shade. Scotty, a great supporter of K-Rock football as well as of the St Mary's Sports Club. So umpire Zarb happy with what he sees. Ground is clear. Conway and Fanning to engage once again in this second term to get underway. Thanks to Warrelly, living Geelong's most awarded community. Here's Jason Doherty.
David Fanning, Sam Conway go up. Fanning gets it down as well. First tap of the second term for Newtown, and they're called to play on. There was a free kick to Robinson in the middle. Bogue runs away for Newtown, goes from centre wing to centre half forward. Joseph gets hit high by his teammate and Troop in the end and is still down. Keep an eye on that, Buzz. Handball comes out the front for Blood for St Mary's. Now they go from half back. Connors into the middle. That's better. Nick Conway comes up and takes the mark and plays on quickly. Gives it outside to Benson. His handball over the top. Missed the target though. And they're going to be able to come back the other way, hopefully for Newtown. That was Lewis, who can't pick it up. He's going to have to go back and help out again. He gets wrapped up without the football. The umpire says play on, and obviously a directive from St Mary's to put on a bit more pressure at the contest. They've done so, and they keep the ball in at half forward for the attack. Minute played, no addition to the score. St Mary's 1-4-10, Newtown 1 straight 6.
Conway a tap into space for Orgarinos to run on two. Can't take possession at the boundary line. It's out of bounds. We'll get a boundary thrown in front of a very good crowd in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. 3 and 4 deep around the boundary line there. Where else would you be on a Sunday afternoon with weather like this and at local footy? Hope you're enjoying the call through KROC 955, kroc.com.au and the AFL Barwon Facebook live stream. Boundary throwing Conway and Fanning. Fanning just gets rid of Conway, but Conway was able to get a palm on the footy. Maloney, front of the pack, handball was partially smothered by McMahon. Well played at the back by Lane. Kermond, Bogue, Lane, had to be quick with the hands under pressure. Nick Conway coming through. He was held without the footy. Umpire said play on McMahon. Lane again for Newtown and Chilwell. Heard a voice, did Bond, gave it out wide to Maddock. Maddock just jammed it on the boot to half back, wanted Sawney. Well played by Harry Ling, who pushed him off the footy. Ball now in dispute, but the Saints are going to come up with it in the left forward pocket. Oh, taken high, Copley. There in the tackle by Sutterby. Umpire didn't see it.
Holding the ball.
He paid holding the footy. Well, Matt Copley is dead set stiff. He was wrapped around the neck by Blake Sutterby, and Sutterby should buy a lottery ticket. In fact, he shouldn't, because he used all his luck right there.
Neck brace required, I think, for Matt Copley. Goes back to half back for Newtown. Ball comes back inside 50 for St Mary's. Delhouse has to try and wait for it. Bounce didn't favour him. Bogue through the middle as well. Now Williams pushed off the football. And Akarachi in there as well. He's held up by Robinson and a couple of others, including Cam Lewis. And we'll have another ball up. 45 out from the St Mary's goal. Swimming pool end of the ground. ruck contest. Fanning was in there. Now the ball comes quickly towards goals. Oh, was that touched? It was just past the outstretched arms there of Luke Lloyd anyway, and through for a behind. Orgarinas it was. So.
Yeah, he was smart, Maxi Orgarinas. Ruck to Fanning then.
1-5-11 St Mary's, Newtown 1 straight 6. 3 minutes played, total tools, time clock, second quarter, thanks to Warren Lily.
Fiore, long ball to left half back for Newtown and Chua. What's he got flying? Not marking was Robinson. Down at the base of the pack, Foppiani. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Connors, going nowhere, and we'll get a ball up. Left half forward, St Mary's in attack. Wombat Gully Plan Fund matchups. Anything changed, Kirsch, or anything that's taking your interest?
No, nothing at all. Damien McMahon on this wing. That's first time they're accompanying each other for the day.
Yeah, here he is, Damien McMahon with the footy. His kick was partially smothered. He jammed it towards left half forward. Rolling ball taken to ground. Ball spilling out was Akarachi. And now seeing it out is Fiore. And another stoppage, this time a boundary throw in at left half forward. St Mary's in attack. GMHBA Stadium side of Anthony Costa Oval. It's St Mary's 1-5-11, Newtown 1 straight 6, 3 3/4 minutes gone on the Tell Tools time clock.
Conway worked his way to the front. They get it. St Mary's inside 50 again. Tumbling punt. Big pack there. Coming back Diamond to help out. Can't take it with him. Lewis overran it as well for Newtown. St Mary's hold it up inside their 50. Umpires lets it go. And the ball spills through to McMahon again. Damien, handball out, looking for Benson. He's going to have 3 against him. Matt McMahon was one of them. Gives it across by hand to Diamond, who runs through centre half back for Newtown. His kick though going to be chopped off. Ling goes up, takes a good mark just inside the centre square. We thought about short laterally, goes short in front, and called to play on now is Orgarinas, because the ball hasn't gone 15. But getting back there, Bond. He backs himself in the defensive 50. He wants to switch the play to Robinson.
He does for Newtown. Chilwell, right back pocket. Sends a kick now towards half back onto the chest of Troop, coming off 5 goals last week against Colac. Rare shining light. Now, is there going to be a 50-metre penalty or a downfield free kick? Either way, there could be advantage taken here because trotting off is Mitch Diamond, and the umpires have said no, it's a 50-metre penalty. If that had been down ground advantage, well, Diamond was away, could have ran all the way inside forward 50. Instead, the umpire said no, 50-metre penalty, and that's not much of a 50. Considering this ground is only about 155 metres long.
Well, the square's 50.
And they haven't even, it was just outside the square that happened. Anyway, Darcy Troop's got it. He's back almost in the centre circles with the footy. Called to play on now. He'll send it inside forward 50, and it's a poor kick. Rayner at the front of the pack has taken the mark for St Mary's. Keaton Rayner, the runner-up in the Falcons Best and Fairest in 2019, wants his former Falcons teammate in Dullhouse in the middle of Anthony Costa Oval and finds him on the chest for St Mary's.
Dullhouse goes now with a right foot kick inside 50. No mark taken. And Williams just back on the ground. Can he get the ball out? He can't. He's wrapped up inside the centre square. Just to the point of the centre square, St Mary's into attack, swimming pool end of the ground.
What about the service here at St Mary's with the chips and gravy just rolling their way in?
How can you commentate and eat that at the same time, Paul?
Service with a smile.
From Bogue. He gets it out to Diamond, who gets wrapped up quickly by Jack Blood, not going anywhere. And there will be another ball up, point of the centre square. St Mary's still in attack, 1-5-11. You won't hear me for the rest of the second quarter. Tom King.
Fanning, front position, tapped down to Matt McMahon for Newtown. A handball release into space. Blood will be first there for St Mary's. Just got pushed off the footy, but Ned Shannon will want to get back onto his left boot. Does so from 55 metres out. Drives it long over the head of the pack. Bouncing ball, tracked back by Fiore for Newtown and Chilwell. He'll go with a right foot kick, a neat one to Robinson, and he marks in the right back pocket, and they hold up once again. So defensively, they've been outstanding. Fiore, Matic, all combining down back. Robinson now, he's going to put it through for a point, is he? He has. He's had a wonderful shot at goal going backwards as Robinson. He went back looking for Lewis, and he overshot the kick and kicked it behind. That's an interesting rush behind, if ever I've seen one. And Lewis now will go to half back, looking out there for a marking option. Doherty still eating chips, so I'll keep calling. Ling inside forward 50. Spoiled from behind Nick Conway. Front of the pack, Lloyd couldn't take it, but Matic could. A handball off. Bond, Lewis, across the face of goal. Short kick is good. And Kerman has marked it. He loops a handball over top to Matt McMahon for Newtown.
Goes longer towards Connor Joseph, tapped away by Lang from behind. And can he keep it in? He can in the first instance, but then unfortunately kicked it around the corner straight into the Don Matheson Pavilion. It's out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, Buzz, if that doesn't make the Harvey Norman highlights, that shot at goal by Will Robinson, I'll go he for Tiggy.
Yeah, not great, was it? No wind either, so you can't blame that. I've seen that before, someone handballing it and the wind catches it, but not on a day like this.
Kerman goes lateral to Fiore, who then kicks it out of bounds on the full into the car park on the other side at GMHBA Stadium. So St Mary's who've done most of the attacking in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this term. We'll have another inside 50 here, and it'll be Nick Connors, 50 out from goal. He wants big action. He's going close to goal, and he's got it. That's a great kick, Nick Connors, and not unlike the goal. Well, he was on the run the last time, but it was 55 out on the right side for a right footer, and Nick Connors put it through for his first of the afternoon, the second for St Mary's, and they get some reward in the start of this second term. 2-6-18, they lead Newtown 1 straight 6-8 minutes played, total tools, time clock. Thanks to Warralilly in this second term, and thanks to Wilson's Real Estate. Here's Matt Kershaw.
What we're seeing, JD, is two different styles of football at the moment from two different clubs. We've got Newtown, who likes to spread and switch and make the ground big and play down the flanks. Then you've got St Mary's, who are a little bit more corridor-centric and a little bit more direct going into their forward half. So I think at times, Newtown's going to have to take a bit more risks, coming through that forward, through the middle of the grounds.
Wilkinson won the tap down. Bogue did the roving handball to our near side wing to Robinson for Newtown. Back to Bogue. Bogue kicks inside forward 50. Looking down there for a marking option from position. Sawney, the former Winchelsea player, couldn't mark Lang with the clearing kick. A poor one for Newtown. It must have been touched off the boot because Foppiani wasn't paid the mark. He was wrapped up by Benson, who was a little bit tentative in laying the tackle because he thought, well, am I going to get pinged for 50 here? Umpire didn't pay anything other than he said, I'll give it to me, I'll ball it up. Wilkinson, the tap down for Newtown. Akarachi, the clearing kick towards half forward. McMullen, front position, got a hand on the ball, knocked it out the back towards Dullhouse. He extracts the footy and himself from the pack and then kicks inside forward 50. A high ball coming out. Maddock had it knocked away by Nick Conway. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw in right in front of the change rooms here at Anthony Costa Oval.
The umpire was claiming that ball was touched to Foppiani, bounced, to Foppiani, but looked like it carried from where I'm standing.
I wouldn't have walked.
Never walk, Chase.
Never walk, Buzz. That's exactly right. Boundary throw in. Right half forward for St Mary's. Conway goes up a bit indiscriminately, but ball comes to the front of the pack. Algarinas again close to the boundary line. Handball back in towards Maloney. He can't take it with him. Mick Condy back on the ground, as we said. After that blood nose, he gets Maloney high as well. The umpire says, throw it in, thanks. So, still at half forward. In between wing and half forward, St Mary's. John Matheson Pavilion side of the ground, Latrobe Terrace side. We'll have another throw-in. Conway up against Wilkinson this time for Newtown. Conway for St Mary's. Wilkinson in front gets it down. Roved. The handball sort of was going to come by Jai Lane. He goes the kick instead towards Troop. He's got a couple on him. Lang is one of them. And he's had a good start to this second term on centre wing. He's going to try and drive it long for St Mary's.
He sends it wide towards the outer side. Benson with the one hand stretching but not marking. Diamond cleaned up the loose footy for Newtown. His kick didn't go 15 to Sotheby, who gave it back by hand to Diamond. Diamond brings it to the broadcast wing. And Robinson, who's been pretty good on this wing today, marks. Steps inside the man. Williams coming towards him. Under pressure, drives a kick forward. But Williams did well just to effect the kick, and it went onto the chest of Lang for St Mary's. And the Saints can hold things up again across the face of his defensive goal. He goes to Rayner. Rayner's got the footy. He looks up. He's held up. Now he wants to play on towards the netball court side of the ground. He gives off a handball to Harry Ling. Ling just fires one back into the back pocket. Chance to get out of trouble, though. The kick's a good one to Lang. Lang can drive a ball to the wing, and Algarinos has got plenty of space and can go, and he'll tuck it under the arm, and he is away with a bounce. He has one bounce. He has two bounces. He's 70 from home. Handball over the top to Sam Conway, an unlikely runner. He's low delivery inside 50, not a great kick. It's fisted towards the boundary line by Kapala. Haven't called his name this afternoon. Wouldn't have touched the footy on the TAC stats tracker, I wouldn't have thought at this stage. Ball in the right forward pocket. And it's now knocked out of bounds. Is that going to be deliberate? I reckon it is. Deliberate out of bounds paid. A Newtown player, might have been Maddock, just seeing it to the boundary line. And in front of the St Mary's faithful, the noise of affirmation. And the umpire pays the free kick.
You like that one, didn't you?
So we're in the right forward pocket. Jack Blood with the footy on the tightest of angles. In the sunshine. The skipper with the footy. He's going to go with a right foot banana, and he's left it skinny, and it's through for a behind and a minus score. 2-7-19 St Mary's. Newtown, 1 straight 6, 12 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock in this second quarter. Thanks to Warralilly, live in Geelong's most awarded community. Find out how, warralilly.com.au.
Liam Fiore waiting for the footy to come back. So he can kick the ball back in. As we said, great afternoon for football here Sunday afternoon football live on K-Rock. Going inside now to 50. That's a great kick. And they're going to be able to run it out through Sutterby, Newtown. He goes with a right foot kick towards centre wing. And no mark taken there by Miller. And off hands right in front of the KFC scoreboard here at Anthony Costa Oval. We'll have a boundary throw in. Nick Conway to do the ruck work against Cam Wilkinson for Newtown, who gets it down to the side of the pack. They're going to be able to run through Sutterby, tried to do the fend off. He got the kick away in the end, gained about 30 metres, but it's still out of bounds, and it will be a bit closer to the Newtown goal at the City end for another boundary throw in. 2-7-19 St Mary's. Newtown 1 straight 6, 13 played. Second term total tools time clock thanks to Warrelly live in Geelong's most awarded community.
Big ask there by Sutterby to fend off Damien McMahon. Nick Conway in the tap down. Maloney had it knocked out. Wilkinson's hands a bit slick for Robinson. Had time to recover. Gave it back to Sutterby. Bouncing ball inside 50. Attacked by Sawney. Sawney off to Matt McMahon. Matt McMahon off to Miller. Miller for a much needed second goal. Has hit the post. On the shortest goal post in Australia.
He's hit him.
He's actually managed to hit the very top of it. And St Mary's 2-7-19 now lead Newtown and Chilwell 1-1-7. So Newtown finally draw level with John O'Wakarachi, who has 1-1-7 this afternoon on the Warrelly scoreboard.
And 50 as well, St Mary's. They kicked the ball in, and I think the Darcy Troop moved on the mark.
It's on here.
And the ball has come right down to the forward side of the centre circle for St Mary's. And they go wide, looking for, Lang will be out there and possibly get the ball back. Was that what the umpire say? Did he say a throw? Did he call a throw maybe before a push? And I think it might come back to a free kick for Newtown, is it? Yes, it is. I think Kapala will take the free kick. So he's cross half back and he's going to laterally kick. A dangerous kick from Kapala. And the kick off the ground did, that's a hold, said the umpire. It's going to come back, I think, quickly for a free kick. And Luke Lloyd's got it and we'll get 50. So undisciplined in the back line by Fiore for Newtown. And St Mary's going to be able to kick their third goal from the goal line, and there's a little bit going on. Luke Lloyd doesn't worry about it. He walks in and kicks the goal. So he kicked his first of the afternoon.
Ben Maloney's run 50 metres just to grab the jumper of Fiore.
And tell him all about it. 3-7-25 St Mary's. Newtown 1-1-7. 15 played second term.
There's a report.
Is there a report?
Yeah,
yellow card.
Maloney.
It's been Maloney.
Well, he didn't have to run that far. That's the thing. He didn't need to get involved.
He's off the ground for 15 to be replaced. And as we said, St Mary's 3-7-25, Newtown 1-1-7, 15 played second term, and thanks to Wilson's Real Estate in the experts chair, here is Matt Kershaw.
Yeah, but Buzz, wasn't Ben Maloney the player you were talking to when he was off the ground? I dare you to go up and ask him and see if he wants to have a chat.
I might leave him for 15, Kingy, I think.
So I'm interested to see there's a report attached with that as well.
We just spoke, JD, about the way Newtown were playing with that switch style every opportunity, and St Mary's they're wisened up to it and they're cutting off their exits now, and you can see that turnover there resulted in an easy goal.
So Maloney with a yellow card at the 15-minute mark and a free kick as a result in the middle. And a high kick towards just forward of the wing is well marked by Robinson. A Hamlin hanger contender. Hasn't been many this afternoon. He's called a play on a floater inside forward 50. What's he got? Troop flying, not marking. He'll give away a free kick, Troop, I reckon, to Connors. And it'll come back to the Saint. He'll take it inside defensive 50.
I wonder if this style of footy is indicative of not having a tall marking target in their forward half of the ground.
Definitely without Jai Shane.
Without Jai Shane, exactly right.
Orgarinos took the mark, then gave a handball off to Harry Ling, kicked a half forward. Lloyd, the goal kicker, had to play spoiler, brought it to ground, but Lewis was there for Newtown. Maddock fires it to Robinson. Went to go one way, then had to go back inside defensive 50. It's a neat little kick to Kapala. Kapala for Newtown will send it towards right half back. Got a couple of options out there, and they've opened up the eastern side of the ground. A handball to Bogue. Bogue brings it inboard to Bond, and it was Charlie Harris who was involved in that piece of play, and Bond can drive a kick to half forward.
Goes down the line looking for Wilkinson, got a couple against him. Sam Conway was one of them. He tracks it back close to the boundary line. Sawney kicks it off the ground dangerously for St Mary's because Newtown have picked it up. They've got the numbers as well. They run free. Miller tried to get the handball away to Foppiani. Chopped off by Jack Blood though in the back pocket. He just settles the play down. He was going to go left, he was going to go right, then he goes with a handball to Williams. They go along the boundary line, St Mary's, and go towards centre wing. Newtown with the numbers, but they don't outmark I think it might be Connors out there who goes wide looking for McMullen, got a shove. The umpire said it was okay. And Newtown are going to be able to switch the play again if they go quickly. They can't now, they just go short. It's okay. Kapala takes the mark. Still on centre wing on the outer side.
I can guarantee you they'll switch it.
He will. He comes back to Kermit at centre half back. Now he comes further to Fiore, who takes it at half back on the K-Rock commentary box side. Goes towards centre half forward. Conway gets across there. Good mark by Sam Conway. He plays on quickly, gives it away to Ling. Underground kick, short little one. Rayner, great pick up. Back to Ling, runs through centre wing. Conway comes out, can't take the mark. His second effort was good. Then he gets wrapped up and drops the footy. The umpire says, yes, he did. Free kick, Newtown.
Yeah, it was a great tackle by Kermond. He got Nick Conway at absolute full barrel and he clung on for dear life and won himself a free kick.
It was like a bear hug, wasn't it?
Kermond a handball off. Fiore off a couple of steps, sends it long. Nichols fanning the marking option, spoiled Jasker to the front of the pack. Matt McMahon, wonderful pick up off his bootlaces for Newtown, but he was too slow. Benson wrapped him up and won the free kick. And Harry Benson, who's had some sort of season through this opening 5.5 rounds, will go short to his skipper in blood. Barely went 15.
He averages 9 tackles a game. Kingy on the TSC stat tracker, Harry Benson, so he does it both ways.
Blood through the outstretched arms of Foppiani. A high ball to half forward. What's he got? Front position, Nick Conway knocked away towards the boundary line and out of bounds in front of a good crowd here at Anthony Costa Oval on a Sunday afternoon. 19 minutes almost ticked over on the Total Tools time clock in this second quarter. St Mary's 25, Newtown 7.
So David Fanning back on the ground for Newtown. Ruck work against Sam Conway. For St Mary's. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Conway in front. Got it down. But tracking it back, Kapala. His handball was okay to Lewis. He gives it away to Diamond. Oh, the kick was under pressure. And they turned it over again. And again, we see Kapala in the background also down. And Diamond as well. He got pushed off the kick as he got it away. And McMullen was able to take the resultant mark and will shoot for goal from 20 out. Slide angle. So, good pressure again from the St Mary's forward line. And McMullen will come in. Swimming pool end of the ground. Right foot kick. Pretty happy with it too. Goal umpire says he should be. His first of the afternoon. And the fourth for St Mary's. 4-7-31. They lead Newtown. 1-1-7, 20 minutes played, second term Total Tools time clock. And thanks to Warralilly, living Geelong's most awarded community. And in the experts chair this afternoon, as always, for Wilson's Real Estate, here's Matt Kershaw.
I'm not going to harp on about it all day, Jace, but it is getting a bit predictable.
You're going to have to come up with something else.
Exactly right, because at the moment, yeah, they're missing Josh Sheen, but they're going to have to get someone like a Troop or a Joseph to really straighten them up and start hitting up through the corridor, because at the moment, their predictability, they're getting 20 possessions to get out of their back half of the ground at the moment, and it's just becoming too predictable.
Does Robinson need to go forward?
Robinson.
He may have to. They need something to straighten them up.
Fanning winning the tap down in the middle. Blood was able to free his arms, gave a handball back to Sam Conway, who was involved in the ruck contest. A high ball inside forward 50. Nick Conway trying to get position. McMullen brought it to ground, then did his own roving, fired a handball out that missed Damien McMahon. Ball rolls towards the boundary line. Coming again was Lloyd. Through the pack went Dullhouse, did very well. Tied on the boundary. Dullhouse, flying shot, not bad. Lammy's Tavern, goal of the afternoon. No. Maddock on the line with the touch. And they are not happy, the St Mary's fans.
And he was celebrating, King. He was with the fans celebrating.
And it's behind to Dullhouse. And now Newtown through Fiore to half-back trying to clear out, but Rayner's going to get it back for St Mary's.
Oh, his handball missed the target, though, which was Harry McMahon out there, close to the boundary line. And the umpire will do some work, the boundary umpire, because it's going to be thrown in. Left half forward, St Mary's still under attack.
Oh, Dullhouse robbed of the
Jack Mullen scenario in front of the St Mary's crowd too.
Lammy's Tavern goal of the day.
Yes. So one behind to Dalhouse. Boundary throw in for Conway and Fanning. Handball came out. McMahon through the middle for Newtown. Mitch Diamond couldn't take it with him. Boundary ball up probably, I suspect. Once the umpire will come in around this pack. Algarinas gets up and so does Charlie Harris. So on centre wing on the outer side, McMahon's handball was chopped off for Newtown. Was that a high tackle? I think it might have been. St Mary's will take the free kick. Foppiani coming in there a bit indiscriminately. Get it away quick. Hands for St Mary's. Inside 50 again. No, 30 line. Nelly McMullen again. Fiore dropped the footy in the tackle. Comes out. Kapala's there. Also tracking it back there. Was that a tackle on Connors? And good tackle by Kapala. The ball, both umpires very close there. Umpire Zarb says to Jay Dalhouse, give me back the ball. We'll have a ball up at half forward for the home side.
St Mary's in control of this one, leading by 25 points in this second quarter. Base of the pack, Blood dumped in a tackle. It was a good one too, dragging him to ground. Might have been Foppiani doing some hard work. And we will get a ball up.
I've been watching Orgarinos around the last couple of stoppages. He would have had 4 or 5 clearances already this quarter, and he's just able to run around those stoppages at will at the moment.
Umpire tosses it into the air. Fanning doing the ruck work against Sam Conway. Ball spills out for Matt McMahon for Newtown. The clearing kick might have been Bogue throwing it on the boot to half back, but Harry Ling stood tall and took a nice mark. Handball off to Damien McMahon, just going around the back of him. Now kick inside forward 50. Fly comes, no mark. McMullen front of the pack number. Oh, taken high. That surely is a free kick. Is that Copley finally getting the one that he should have got earlier?
It is.
And he'll have a free kick 35 metres out, just right of centre, and maybe the football gods just evening things up. Blake Sutterby almost decapitated him in front of the small stand about 15 minutes ago. And now Matty Copley a chance to kick a goal. Man on the mark stands 35 out. Copley will kick from around 42, and he shanked it badly, and he's just snuck it in for a behind to the right. So a miss hit there from Matty Copley. St Mary's are now 4-9-33. Newtown 1-1-7. 24 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock in this second quarter, thanks to Warralilly.
So Maddock from full back plays on. Runs his distance, goes to the other side. No mark taken. Conway was there for St Mary's. Comes back out to the big fella on top. There's a push in the back beforehand, I think, said the umpire. There is. And they're going to come back into Orgarinas. Has to sit and wait for it in the middle. He does. Switches played. The opposite side, half forward flank. It's a good kick too. Finds Damien McMahon. Plays on now. 60 out from goal. Goes to the pocket. It's a good kick too. Beautifully weighted to Trent McMullen. And he will have a set shot for goal in front of the faithful in the right forward pocket. Swimming pool into the ground. Just kick one a couple of minutes ago for St Mary's. You probably know about it pretty quickly too. The faithful will get up here. He's about 30 out, right forward pocket, keeps it low and has kicked it out of bounds on the full. So you're not going to hear anything from the faithful after that. So Newtown with a free kick, 4-9-33 St Mary's, 1-1-7 Newtown, 25 played. Second term Total Tools, thanks to time clock, thanks to Total Tools, every tool for every trade.
Diamond drives a kick for Newtown and Chewell across the face of his defensive goal, and Kapala has marked in the right back pocket. Called to play on. He just chips a kick over the top. He asks a lot of lane. That's a nice mark. It's a Hamlin hanger contender. He went to bring it to his fellow friend from Cora Rutherglen, and he slipped over as he went to kick when he went looking for Robinson. Then he went short for Sutterby. It's knocked away by Williams on debut. Handball off to the skipper in Blood. Blood's flying shot is being shanked to the right and out of bounds on the full. He just didn't hit it right off the boot, unfortunately, did Jack. And that was down towards the swimming pool. And the free kick taken by Newtown. The short kick went to Lewis. Lewis wants Diamond at the top of his defensive goal square for Newtown and Chewell. He sends it out wide, and once again Kapala has marked in the right back pocket.
So Kapala, he goes short. This is a kick. This kick and the next one are the ones they've been mucking up Newtown. He goes short to Lane. Still inside defensive 50. He goes inside. They chewed a bit off there. Now the handball came out. They've got the numbers running through the middle. Finally through the middle. McMahon's handball missed the target. Coming the other way and doing nicely was Nick Conway for St Mary's. Now they break free into Orgarinas in the middle. He gives it back. Harry McMahon runs through the middle. Right foot kick. Great kick to McMullen. And a much better angle for Trent McMullen to shoot here from 40 out, 45-degree angle. A chance for his second, and good play by St Mary's.
Am I right in saying that Matt McMahon doesn't want to stride out?
Yeah, 100%. I'll tell you what, there was a little bit more positive, though, from Newtown going through the corridor there. It was a skill error that turned it over. That's all it was. So St Mary's obviously in a position to rebound, but at least they went through the corridor and looked a little bit more quicker with the ball in hand.
So Trent McMullen, 40 out, 45-degree angle, swimming pool end of the ground. No wind to speak of. And accuracy is beautiful. Trent McMullen straight through the middle does nicely. for his second of the afternoon, and the fifth for St Mary's. 5-9-39, they lead Newtown. 1-1-7-27 played, second term, thanks to Warralilly Live in Geelong's most awarded community, and in the experts chair, thanks to Wilson's Real Estate. Here's Matt Kershaw.
The difference at the moment is St Mary's are getting ball in hand and they're not overusing it. They're getting their ball into their forward half nice and quick. The bigs are competing. They're bringing it to ground and the smalls are applying their craft and going to work. Their forward pressure's been terrific and they're right up on the Newtown defenders at the moment. Got them under all sorts of pressure.
Boyd doing some ruck work on debut. Into the air it goes. He'll go against Wilkinson. Wilkinson winning the tap down, but Lloyd might do the roving. Tried to flick it up to Algarinos. It's going to spill out the back to Jaska. And the Anglesey product goes short to this near side wing to Shannon. He took Robinson high with the tackle after spilling the footy. Robinson picked it up for Newtown Chilwell. He was wrapped up. He goes to centre half forward, or just actually didn't get to centre half forward. He went short looking for Sutterby, and the taller Jaska comfortably marked. He comes back to Ned Shannon on our best seats in the house thanks to APCO. He'll send it long inside forward 50. What's he got? Oh, big fly, but not hanging on to it, McMullen. He got up very high. Front of the pack, Maddox clearing kick. Taken by Shannon, bursting his way through. Handball on the bounce to Algarinos. 51 from goal. He pulls a kick across the face of goal. Saw Arkarachi out the corner of his eye, and Damien McMahon, also Harry McMahon. Harry McMahon handballs to Arkarachi. Back to Dullhouse. He's wrapped up. Got a handball away. Lloyd tried to burst his way through. Condy brings him to ground. We'll get a ball up 35 out from goal, directly in front at the swimming pool end. It was a big fly from McMullen. He nearly had the Hamlin hanger.
It was a ripper.
But he just couldn't hang on to it on the way down.
So ball up, getting it down to Lloyd, having a run on the ruck for St Mary's. Out the back though, Sutterby gives it away to Maddock by hand. They go over the top to Diamond at defensive 50s, handball to Foppiani, and they go further afield, and the siren sounds for half-time. And that will do things for the first half. 5-9-39 St Mary's. They lead Newtown 1-1-7 at the main break.
So a 4-goal 5 second quarter to 1 behind. There was only one shot at goal for the Eagles. That came from Louis Miller, and he missed to the right. It would have been a handy shot at goal to have converted, but he didn't. And St Mary's have missed some opportunities as well, but they're comfortably in control of this clash as we go down to Josh Conway, who's standing beside Matt Bogue.
I am. Matty, what do you need to do to get back into this contest in the second half, mate?
I thought our effort was really good, but it's just our kicking and our skills just letting us down a little bit. But what we were looking for was effort, and I'm pretty sure we got that, but we just need to clean up our skills and we'll be right.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate.
Buzz, you're going to head over to the St Mary's boys, see if you can even maybe jag Beamer for a quick chat and see what he's got to say for himself.
He'll be right now.
His 15 minutes might still have a little bit to play out, although I see he's got himself into the huddle very tightly. Buzz, you're going to have to do some of your best sort of Jeffrey's tagging on Lockie Patton roll here. Buzz, he's just sniffed his way through. Look at that.
Sporting a great mo too.
And he's got him too. Here you go, Buzz. What's Beamer got to say for himself?
Benny, the boys want to know what your thoughts on the yellow were, without putting yourself in any more trouble than you need to be.
Well, he just he heard a noise, and I don't think he knew what he was looking at. So it's fine. I've got nothing to worry about. So
you're not too concerned?
No, nothing at all. I swiped his hand, and he heard a skin slap, so I think he was worried about that. So yeah.
And what about the game, mate? You're in a pretty good position. Look like a bit more flow into your forward half in that term.
Yeah, it's just same again. Need to kick straight. We take our opportunities, and we're probably 9 goals 5. And Newtown are sort of trying to lick their wounds a bit, but we've sort of let them in it, kept them in it a bit. They've sort of got a bit of a run. Again, the midfielders are still doing the work, so we just got to capitalise on forward 50s. We had about 16 forward 50s, I think. So
it's beautiful. Thanks for your time.
Ben Maloney's there with Josh Conway. We appreciate the access from the clubs. Thanks to you, Buzz. Good work down boundary side. It is half-time thanks to Next Level Skirmish. Do you want paintball without the mess or bruises? Get your free birthday party worth $230 when you book and pay for 10 or more players. Check out nextlevelskirmish.com.au. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go around the grounds, find out the AFL score, because the Giants and West Coast are in action at Giant Stadium, and we'll also look at the first half through the eyes of our Wilson's real estate expert in Matty Kershaw. But it is a 31-point St Mary's lead at half-time. I reckon that might be 32. What have you got it as? I've got it as 32.
Yes, we've got 5-9, 39, 117, Tom.
Yeah, the scoreboard here just a little bit out of whack in that second quarter for Warralilly. Of course, you can live in Geelong's most awarded community. Do you want to find out how? Check out warralilly.com.au. Thanks to APCO. Get into your local APCO this month to win a Gatorade tub for your club. Live, breathe, K-Rock football.
K-Rock is Geelong's home of the hits. From old school to new hits. And all your favourites in between.
Give me faith, give me joy, my boy. I will always cherish.
Geelong's home of the hits. K-Rock 955.
Hamlin Homes, proudly Geelong's largest locally owned and operated builder. Distinctively familiar with the region's lifestyles, landscapes and suppliers. Distinctive in history, having served the local area since 1983. Distinctive in our ongoing commitment to the local community. Distinctive in design, taking inspiration from the local environment to create beautifully unique homes that reflect our clients' aspirations. Hamlin Homes, distinctively local. Hamlin.com.au.
Go Harvey Norman, go.
Need a bargain now? Harvey Norman is Geelong's home of big brands and even bigger bargains. It's all at Harvey Norman's two big Geelong locations, Corio and Warren Ponds. Come in for some great service, a great price and the right advice on furniture, bedding, flooring, electrical and computers. Plus, there's plenty of parking. See your local Harvey Norman store today. Princes Highway Corio and Princes Highway Warren Ponds.
Meals with the family, drinks with your mates, and plenty of good times. It's all back on at the Leopold Sportsman's Club. Monday night is family night, $18 for 2 courses, and just $10 for the kids, plus free face painting. The Cash Members Cash Draw and raffles happen every Tuesday, and Wednesday is $17 Palmy night, with your choice of 5 Palmy varieties. Great lunch specials Monday to Saturday, and the sports bar is fully open. LeopoldSporties.com, your complete family venue. 135 Kensington Road, Leopold.
Geelong, the game is on. Proceed to the next level.
Next Level Skirmish is laser tag on a whole other level. All fun for all ages. This is where Next Level tech and exercise collide. Do a public session or book a private session for your crew. Perfect for parties and team building. Battle your mates in Geelong's most epic laser tag arena. Furo Street, North Geelong. Book at nextlevelskirmish.com.au.
At home, on the work site, in the office, there are some big cleaning problems you just don't want to deal with.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic has real solutions to your cleaning problems. Graffiti removal, kitchen canopy cleaning, blasting services or the big industrial jobs, they're equipped to handle it all. Steamatic, a standout job every time and on standby when you need them most.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Essington Street, Grovedale. Visit steamaticgeelong.com.au.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
That McMahon off to Miller. Miller for a much-needed second goal has hit the post. On the shortest goal post in Australia, he's hit him. He's actually managed to hit the very top of it. Through the pack went Dullhouse, did very well. Tied on the boundary. Dullhouse, flying shot, not bad. Lammy's Tavern, goal of the afternoon, no. Matic on the line with the touch. And they are not happy, the St Mary's fans. He'll send it long inside forward 50. What's he got? Oh, big fly, but not hanging on to it, McMullen. He got up very high, front of the pack, Matic's clearing kick.
Yes, welcome back to Anthony Costa Oval. Round 6 GFL football this afternoon. St Mary's 5-8-38, so we've got it wrong in the commentary box. But anyway, 5-8-38, Newtown 1-1-7. And
are you sure?
That was nearly a Hamlin hanger from Trent McMullen in the second quarter. But half-time, thanks to Next Level Skirmish. Like paintball without the mess or the bruises. Get your free birthday party worth $230 when you book and pay for 10 or more players. We might just quickly go around the grounds. Thanks to Leopold Sportsman's Club. Leopold Sport is your complete family venue. Paul Kelly and the team down there. It's half-time at Giants Stadium, and it is the GWS Giants 7-8-50. They lead the West Coast Eagles 7-7-49, and a good one up there in Sydney. So we'll keep you across that this afternoon as well. And As always, in the expert chair, and thanks to Wilson's Real Estate, here's Matt Kershaw with a look back on this first half.
Well, I guess it's a really... Damien McMahon would be pretty happy with their pressure and their contested ball and what they're doing around the stoppages and things like that. But when St Mary's have got the ball and they've got some free flow, they get a lot of outside run, they're dangerous entering their forward half, and in particular their forward 50. So at the moment they're getting repeat forward entries because of the way Newtown are moving their ball. Their ball movement's halting at centre half forward because they haven't got that hit up there at the moment, as we've mentioned several times throughout the call. And St Mary's just slingshot it back through the corridor, and they were getting repeat entry, and their bigs were taking marks. In the end, McMullen was dangerous, their smalls were dangerous, and they got plenty of shots on goal. Hence a 31-point lead at the moment.
As the great man rejoins us at half-time as well. As we said, thanks to Next Level Skirmish. You'll be happy to know that we got it wrong. The umpires have said it's 5-8-38 to Newtown 1-1-7. So, we picked it in the first half. Kirsch, it'll be about how Newtown were moving the footy, and they obviously are not getting it past half forward. What are the required changes there? Bring Sammy Nichols up or put Robinson down there, or they have to do something by the looks of it.
And as we discussed, in an ideal world, Sam Nichols probably gets one or two more runs under his belt in the reserve, but with Shai Sheen going out, they're probably needing to move Troop up the ground a little bit more. Joseph needs to get involved a little bit more, but they do need to make a change and get a hybrid half forward hitting up through the corridor to give them a target to get past that centre half forward area and give themselves opportunities inside forward 50. Sammy Nichols is at starvation corner at the moment because the ball's not getting deep enough inside their forward 50. I don't even think they got many shallow inside 50s in that quarter because they are getting impeded at the centre half forward area. They're coming wide, they're not bringing it back inside because they don't have that target at the moment. They're getting enough ball in their back half because of where the ball's being played, but they're just stalling coming through in their forward half.
Maybe use David Fanning there, or get a tall there. They just look like they're falling down there just from even a contest wise.
Yeah, I think even a Wilkinson, plop him at 40 and just make your job is to lead on 25-metre leads and just into the centre square, and we start using him and be predictable that way. At least you're dangerous and you're one kick away from being inside your forward 50. If you keep sort of switching the play and double switching, you can see you get yourself into trouble. You're playing down the flanks, you're taking them the long way home, the ball gets held up, you're not getting any value with your forward half entries, and that's happening at the moment.
The best man in the business, thanks to Wilson's Real Estate, as we said, Matt Kershaw this afternoon here in the experts chair. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have a bit more from Matt. We'll also look at the head-to-head that's, it's got a bit pear-shaped at the moment, thanks to Geelong Insurance Brokers, but we'll get to that. With more than 39 years in the insurance industry, Managing Director Don and the team at Geelong Insurance Brokers work with their clients to ensure they have the right cover, not just the cheapest premium, thanks to Don and the team there. We'll look at that head-to-head and also have a look at the Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups, and we'll have an injury update thanks to St John of God, your emergency specialist, now open 24/7 with Buzz Conway, who's obviously down on the ground and looking around at what's happening there. We're here to APCO. We're here thanks to APCO. Get into your local APCO this month to win a Gatorade tub for your club. Live, breathe, K-Rock football.
Kirby and Josh.
Now, I'm convinced that my best friend Cody, when I was 12, asked a guy to dance with me because she felt sorry for me and no one was asking me. Cody, is it true? Did you ask him?
I definitely did not ask him to ask you to dance. You were very desirable, Natalie.
No, I wasn't. We've seen photos of me when I was 12. I was maybe desirable for a chocolate bar. That was it.
I'm not going to say anything, but, I wouldn't have asked you to dance.
Driving you home, 3 to 7 p.m. weekdays. Kirby and Josh. On K-Rock 955. Home Solution by Metricon, a fixed-price home and land specialist.
If you own land and want to know how to maximise its wealth potential, just call Metricon today. Right around Victoria, Metricon are the experts in helping people build 2 or more homes on their land. We'll show you how to make the best use of your property, support you from beginning to end, and help you with the council. So get Australia's #1 home builder behind your new home development. Just call 1300 Metricon or search Dual Lock by Metricon today. CDBU 52967.
Shane Crawford! it? What's the best way to stay hydrated in the middle of a game?
You've got to get into APCO, Joe. Right now, get a great deal on Gatorade and you could win one of 10 tubs for your club.
That's a big win.
It's the ultimate hydration station for your team, Joe, with a 38-litre tub, sipper bottles and carriers, plus 120 bottles of Gatorade.
Win a tub for your club.
Only at APCO, right across Geelong.
We've got you. T's and C's apply.
At home, on the work site, in the office, there are some big cleaning problems you just don't want to deal with.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic has real solutions to your cleaning problems. Graffiti removal, kitchen canopy cleaning, blasting services or the big industrial jobs, they're equipped to handle it all. Steamatic, a standout job every time and on standby when you need them most.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Essington Street, Grovedale. Visit steamaticgeelong.com.au.
Give yourself the home ground advantage at Warralilly. It's the place for families to grow in a strong, self-contained community, complete with 82 hectares of open space, award-winning playgrounds and the Village Warralilly Shopping Centre. A place leading the way in community services with 3 schools, childcare centres, sports ovals and Armstrong Creek East Community Centre all delivered. It's why Warralilly is Geelong's most awarded community. New land releases now selling. Visit warralilly.com.au.
Go Harvey Norman, go.
Need a bargain now? Harvey Norman is Geelong's home of big brands and even bigger bargains. It's all at Harvey Norman's 2 big Geelong locations, Corio and Warren Ponds. Come in for some great service, a great price and the right advice on furniture, bedding, flooring, electrical and computers. Plus, there's plenty of parking. See your local Harvey Norman store today. Princes Highway Corio and Princes Highway Warren Ponds.
Hitting G-Town after the game? You know where you're going to end up, don't you? Lammy's. So why not start the night strong? There's nothing that's more iconically Geelong than our very own Lammy's Sesh. Get your weekly dose of great tunes all night long. Give yourself something to talk about Monday. And remember, never, ever lamb alone. Lammy's Tavern, open from 9 p.m. every Friday to Sunday, with free entry before 10 p.m. Lammy's, you know where to go.
Metricon is recruiting quality painters, brickies, carpenters and tilers to build the homes people simply love to live in. We're waiting to employ you right now with projects ready for you to work on. We pay well and on time. And we provide you long-term job certainty working on clean, safe sites with professional site management. To be part of a great team, call 1300 Metricon. That's 1300 Metricon. CDBU 52967.
Thanks to Freedom by Metricon.
Half time here at Anthony Costa Oval coming to its conclusion. Umpires and players back out on the deck. And of course, half time's thanks to Next Level Skirmish. Now, if you like paintball without the mess or bruises, get your free birthday party with $230 when you book and pay for 10 or more players. Time for us to go around the grounds thanks to Leopold Sportsman's Club. Usually it's a bevy of games for us to go through across the 3 local leagues, but as we're a Sunday, thanks to Leopold Sport is your complete family venue. It's an AFL game we're keeping an eye on this afternoon, and it is the Giants 50 leading the West Coast Eagles 49 half-time at Giants Stadium.
I have a VFL update for you, Kingy. Werribee versus Bull Ants. Werribee near 56 and the Bull Ants 7 nearing quarter time. Oh, thanks to Jacob Spalding for that update.
That's a good result for the Tigers as they build under new coach Michael Barlow.
Yeah, indeed. And Michael Sotomago had a baby girl, little Rosie, so congratulations to him and Sarah.
Where's he going to play next year, Kirsch?
You've put me on the spot there, Kingy, but he's obviously aligned with St Joseph's, so...
How much VFL football has he got left in him?
I personally, obviously, given his age and his injury concerns over the years, I would say he'd probably be looking at his last year in VFL footy, I would suggest, at a guess, and... make that decision in the off-season, but I know you'd like the fairy tale of him to go back to Lara and go back as a one-pointer and...
I'm not hiding away from that.
No. And I think it's great if the ex-AFL or VFL players go back to their local clubs, but obviously been aligned with St Joseph's now for a few years, so yes. can't see him going back there, I'd suggest.
Our head-to-head was Liam Fiore and Tom Lang. That hasn't eventuated for Geelong Insurance Brokers. We can slightly adjust it, though, if you like, and maybe find a second half head-to-head.
Yeah, let me have a quick look around the ground. I mean, there's obviously they're under the pump down there in their forward line, under their back line at Newtown at the moment, so I'll try and find one and I'll come up with one in the first minute or two.
Geelong Insurance Brokers, 39 years in the insurance industry. John and the team at Geelong Insurance Brokers work with their clients to ensure they have the right cover, not just the cheapest premiums. And you can find out more at geelonginsurancebrokers.com.au.
Oppiani gone inside. There's a bit of a change in their midfield group.
Umpire Gow with the footy, holds it aloft to start the third quarter thanks to Freedom by Metricon. Here's Jason Doherty on Carol Football.
So Fanning for Newtown and Conway for St Mary's. They do battle in the middle. Neither can really get an effective tap. Olgarina's got the handball out to Blood, who gave it back to Connors off a step. Right foot kick high towards an open half-forward flank. Fiore just waits and sits for it. Bounces away from him in the end and getting it back and doing nicely is Lane. Shows a turn of speed. Right foot kick towards half-forward. Sawney had to wait over the top of it. Lang next to him. His handball missed the target. Connors back for St Mary's. Now the ball comes to Sutterby Newtown. Does he get a high tackle? The umpire says no, he doesn't. And we will have a ball up centre wing, outer side, in front of the KFC scoreboard here.
There's a Saint down. It might be Copley over on the right half-forward flank. He's had some sort of afternoon.
So the ball in dispute from the ruck contest. The umpire will have to come in and do a bit more work.
Just confirming too, Jace, Ben Maloney still got a couple more minutes to serve of that 15-minute spell. We'll be back on shortly.
And also Charlie Sprague out for the game.
Yep, absolutely.
So injury update there, thanks to St John of God. Ball has gone towards half forward for St Mary's, but Newtown got the numbers at the back. Fiore will handball to Robinson, had to sit and wait for it under pressure, gets it forward. Jai Lane gives it away for Newtown to Sutterby, and they're on the out now, and they go from centre wing from Bond.
Bond inside 50, ball bounces, taken nicely there by Nichols, but he lost it as he went to give the handball off, had to go and get it again. Condi head over it, couldn't take it. Might have been Rayner going off the ground. Sutterby showed clean hands. Foppiani's handball was wild to Harris. Harris kept it alive on the boundary line for Newtown and Chilwell. Kick inside 50, bounces into the left forward pocket. Condi couldn't get a clean run at it. Out came Miller, handball off, dumped in a tackle, or rather Joseph gave it to Troop. He's brought to ground, 40 out from goal directly in front of the swimming pool end, and we'll get a ball up. Geelong Insurance Brokers, head-to-head matchup. What have you got now for us in the second half, Kirsch?
We're going with the high-flying Trent McMullen on Lukey Maddock, who will give him a bit of a tough day down there, I reckon.
Gee, could have been a free kick for Fanning in the ruck contest. Connors has gone to the ground, and at the bottom of that pack, there is a Saint and an Eagle, and it is Harry Ling and Matt McMahon who are last to their feet. Umpire Zab tosses it into the air. Once again, Fanning and Conway. Now, there's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Fanning, and he's going to have a shot at goal. So Conway just giving away a free kick there. He got a little bit tangled up with David Fanning. And really, the ruck contests haven't been the cleanest this afternoon at times. A tangle of arms and legs, and David Fanning, the beneficiary this time with the shot at goal. Playing his 92nd game for the Eagles. He'll kick from 45 out directly in front. They need a goal and he delivers. It's a nice finish from the veteran big man. And he gets both fists in the air to say, come on, boys, let's get moving. And he kicks into the margin. The goal umpires ate into that margin, taking a point off at half-time off us. And now Newtown eat into it and pull it back to 25 points. They're 2-1-13. St Mary's a 5-8-38 in this third quarter. Thanks to Freedom by Metricon. Metricon, they're looking for skilled tradies to join the local team. 1300 Metricon to inquire today.
I mean, if it's a ruck infringement, what that does do, it gives them a little bit of confidence that they can score, and that's what they need to get up and about and give their mids and all that a little bit of excitement around the ball.
So back to the middle. Fanning, the last goal scorer, up against Conway. Conway takes it out of the ruck contest, then loses the ball in the tackle. McMahon for Newtown to Sawney, who's a long way up the ground. Right foot kick for him inside towards Nichols. It goes up off the side of the pack. Joseph roved it beautifully, turned around and kicked the goal. The Lambie's 10th goal of the day from Connor Joseph. 2 in a minute for Newtown. And that is the third for Newtown this afternoon. They go to 3-1-19. They trail St Mary's 5-8-38 And the third quarter, thanks to Metricon, Freedom Geelong's local builder for over 21 years. And that is the goal of the day from Connor Joseph.
It's not a difficult game sometimes, is it? Like, they did not deviate from that centre corridor all the way through to their goals. And they do the job up forward when the ball hits the ground and they get a shot on. And that's all you got to do. Get into the forward line quick. Give your forwards an opportunity to hit the scoreboard.
Metricon Homes' new reverse living display home now open at Appleby Street in Curlewis. Fanning and Conway again in the middle. Might have been Fanning winning the tap this time. Benson will track it though for St Mary's. Jammed it on the boot inside forward 50. A rolling ball attacked by Fiore. Got a handball release to Robinson. Robinson gives it off by hand. Clearing kick came from Lewis. It's a halfback Sutterby back with the flight. Bobbled it. Paid the mark. The umpire reckon blew the whistle. And 50 against Ned Shannon. And that's going to take Sutterby to within scoring range, you would suspect, and a chance for a third consecutive major. And breathe some life into this contest. Sutterby, nobody standing the mark. 49 metres out from goal. Goes bang and kicks it. No. Did he hit the post? No, he didn't. I thought it hit the post. It may have been a fist.
It hit the umpire.
It hit the umpire, did it?
Standing behind the post.
Right. It deflected back like it had hit the post. The goal umpire was unfazed. Sort of Adam Wojcik style, the way he's been standing up recently at AFL level. And the margin is back to 13. So bang, bang, bang. Newtown back into the contest in this third term thanks to Freedom by Metricon.
Again, ball movement. Much better ball movement. They've brought it from the wing back into the corridor. Mind you, it was a 50-metre penalty, but the ball movement was a lot better.
So back to the middle. Good start from Newtown in the third term. Fanning stands in the contest. Taps it a couple of times. Durinas gets it out. And Connors is wrapped up, not going anywhere. The ball, Bo gets it out. Takes it, gives it to Robinson, has to stand in the tackle and get up and get the ball. He's wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in, ball it up on centre wing. So just gone up a spot here now this game. Fanning in front, got it down. McMahon, Fort Newtown. Robinson's there as well. He can't take it. Bogue puts his head over it, gives it away. Diamond with a bit of candy. Oh, under pressure. Great pressure from behind by Benson. And Sutterby kicks it out of bounds on the full right in front. The best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. And it will be a free kick. 1 foot on the line. Is that the official scenario?
That's the new stand rule.
So Orgarinas goes towards half forward. Off the front of the pack, Newtown. Sutterby gets it again. This time the kick better. Towards centre wing. Troop to go up. Can't take the mark off the side of the pack. Condi rides the bump from Benson. Ball spills free. And I think it was the trailing umpire gave it to Mick Condi, who have they paid advantage? No, I don't think they have. And lucky, I think, for Newtown in the end, because the kick from Matt McMahon was terrible. And it's going to come back to Mick Condi.
Mick Condi, of course, 21 games and 16 goals for St Mary's when brother Rob was coaching here going back 8 or 9 years ago. Shared the role with Bruiser Vincent.
He did.
Or he serves me correct. Mick Condi. I've been reliably informed by Laurie Hill, who is the oracle in local football and anything GFC, that Mickey's now the head trainer at the Cats. His kick on the bounce wasn't great for Bogue, but he was good to release it to Robinson. He gave it back to Condi, who was pinged holding the footy as he tried to take on Benson and Orgarinos. And Benson has got the free kick at left half back. Had an outstanding season, as Buzz told us, averaging 9 tackles on the TAC stats tracker per game. Kicked to half forward, strong grab McMullen in front of Maddock. That's a Hamlin hanger contender. That's no mean feat. Maddock, one of the premier defenders of the competition, and McMullen was strong in the midst. He gives a handball off to Blood, and the Saints go forward.
They go now inside half forward, pack over the back. Who's going to sit forward? Dalhouse. Cropley is there as well. He can't take it with him. And Newtown at the back, close to the behind post. They go from the back pocket with a kick, dangerous towards Fanning. He puts his arms up, can't quite take the mark. Williams, he was good. He turns around, gives the ball to Orgarinas off the side, and he turned around and kicked it. And a third behind I've got for Max.
Yep.
This afternoon. It's all right, Pothole. I'm not going to fall over and die yet. It's okay. I'm okay.
Pothole was concerned.
5-9-39. He turned around very quickly there. I'll use the cough button next time when I'm not commentating. 4-1-25 Newtown. 8.5 played third term.
Lewis a long ball to half back. Robinson a fly. Couldn't take the mark off the hands of the pack. Trying to work his way through Joseph. Go back to Robinson, but he missed him. And Orgarinos stole it like a thief in the night. Banged it long, top of the square. McMullen from the front just wanted to palm it to the goal square. Ball spills for Nick Conway. Off to Copley. Copley underground with the right boot. Wonderful finish. Little dribbler from Copley. All the momentum taking him away from the goal face, but was able to place it nicely on the boot and roll it through. And he kicks a Lammy's goal of the afternoon contender. Lammy's Tavern now open Friday to Sunday at 9 p.m. with free entry before 10 every night. Good response from the Saints. Margin back out to 20. 6-9-45. Newtown and Chilwell 4-1-25 on the third quarter. K-Rock, Freedom by Metricon scoreboard.
He did a pair of work then, Copley. I watched him push up the ground and then get front and centre at that front contest near the 50 and then worked his butt off to get back to the next contest and ply his craft. Ball hits the ground. That's where they got to be, and it was a great goal.
So, Wilkinson now in the ruck, giving Fanning a chop out for Newtown. And Nick Conway up for St Mary's. Ball spills towards Nick Connors, who runs off half-back, then runs back and gives it away quickly. They break free. The handball came to Harry Ling now, who goes outboard looking for Harry McMahon. Coming the other way, though, Kerman met him and the ball. And happy to see it over the line on centre wing for a throw-in. Rayner coming down there as well.
It's the ticket winner today, JD's Black F71 for those sitting in their cars.
Perfect, there you go, Black F71. That's perfect. Bet you that's never been on K-Rock before. Boundary throw-in. Gets to the front, Foppiani for Newtown, wrapped up. Wilkinson was in there, and the umpire will come in, ball it up right on centre wing.
It's funny you should say that. The old special efforts, you know, they'd go around with the sign of time.
Teddy probably did it a bit, didn't he?
On 3GL. It's tapped down by Wilkinson, trying to barge his way through his bogue. He's not going anywhere. Umpire Zarb says, give it to me. You still get some clubs who do it, but not. They more do it on the big screen now. Yeah. Not somebody walking around with
with a wheelbarrow and a sign. Or
from the ball up, Wilkinson and Nick Conway doing the ruck work. Ball comes to ground for Bogue. Foppiani trying to barge his way through Akarachi and also Dullhouse. And once again, umpire says it to me. So Foppiani in the long sleeves, son of former North Shore, St Mary's and Corio great Frank. Great to see Corio having a win yesterday too. First time since 2017. Slung in the tackle, Benson by Bogue. Ball spills towards the boundary line. Wilkinson, no mean feat. Harry McMahon bringing him to ground, and McMahon liked that too. I think he was pretty impressed with his work. And the boundary umpire will turf it back into play. Wilkinson and Nick Conway who do their best work. A couple of youngsters going head to head. Wilkinson, the palm down. Coming through, Kapala couldn't take it. Robertson flicked it up, and it's stolen by Blood, and he's off. Outside of the right boot, kicks towards the boundary line. Well played by Lloyd, got rid of Kerman, but the pressure coming in from Diamond was good. Was able to knock the ball out of play, and we'll get a boundary throw in at left half forward for the Saints. They lead by 20, 11 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter on the total time clock. One of the greats of local football, and Pete Robertson just rolls in front of the K-Rock van.
So the ball is going to come back into play. Newtown go long with the ball towards centre wing. Wilkinson in front, off his head in the end. It was a bit of a falcon, and then Darcy Troop goes a little bit high there with the tackle. He's going to come back. Rayner tells him, I've got the footy now. So he's on centre wing. Back inside, Jaska switches the play to the opposite half-back flank. There's time and space now. Ball with Sam Burke, goes out further afield. Lang's got it.
Stay wide, Harry, stay wide.
Centre wing on the outer side. Come back this way towards the commentary box side. Burke, in fact, Jasker it is at centre half back, runs through the middle, runs his full measure, gives the handball away quickly, and they get it through sets of hands. Harrison Ling got it towards Benson, but Newtown across half back, got a bit of time now. Foppiani gets the handball out for Newtown. Bit of candy through the middle, and the handball to Kapala was nice. Right foot kick towards Troop, who's got a bit of space now in front of Jaska, who can take the mark. And he's 55 out from goal, pretty open 50. He's got
First
Joseph
mark.
running back, first mark for Troop. He goes now long, and that was going always in towards the car park. And in fact, it's out of bounds on the full. So Paul kick at the end for Newtown, and St Mary's will take the resultant free kick in the back pocket.
Chase Penmaloney just warming up. He's ready to come back onto the ground for the first time since the yellow.
Lang goes across the face of goal, but his kick is skew whiff, and the mark is taken comfortably there by Jai Lane. 45 out from goal, a rare mistake from Tom Lang. It wasn't a great kick. He had an option at right half back on the outer side of the ground. He just mishit the kick, and Lane Johnny on the spot, the recipient, and a chance to kick a much-needed goal for the Eagles from 50. Gives it a fairly decent roost, but in doing so has pushed it across the face, and that will sneak in for a behind to the right-hand side, and the margin is 19. On the third quarter, K-Rock Freedom by Metricon scoreboard. It's Newtown now 4-2-26. They trail St Mary's 6-9-45 as we approach 14 minutes gone in this third quarter.
Ling, quick kick in, does nicely to the outer side, and they move the ball quickly through McMahon. Now they go through Blood to an open half-forward flank. Might sit okay for Lloyd. Breaks away. Left foot kick back inside. McMullen goes up. Oh, it takes the mark. Second effort was good. Put the arms up. It fell down. He took the mark and will shoot for goal from 35 out. Nearly directly in front. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 this afternoon. Trent McMullen. That was good movement of the ball, Kirsch.
That was quick, slick, and straight in their forward half. It was. That's what some areas do, isn't it? When you get ball in hand, you get a bit of freedom. They can hit that up, and McMullen will do the job. No drama here.
Trent McMullen for his third of the afternoon, and St Mary's 7th. City end of the ground, 30 out. Right foot kick, and the goal umpire hardly moves. Beautiful kick from Trent McMullen, his third today, and St Mary's go to 7-9-51. They lead Newtown 4-2-26, 15 played, third term. Time clock thanks to Total Tools, every tool for every trade. And third quarter thanks to Metricon Freedom, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years. Here's Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate.
They've sort of got on top a little bit there, Newtown, in this quarter, but St Mary's will just sort of reverse the trend a little bit. And, like we mentioned, really good ball movement there in their forward half. I've picked up Chaz Capella is going everywhere with Orgarinos at the moment, so maybe that might be a run-with roll there.
Well, McGully Plant Farm matchups. We'll get to Buzz Conway in a moment. I just want to question him on something that he might have some knowledge of. Fanning tries to tap it to his own advantage, but Benson's first onto the footy, swings onto his left boot and kicks towards left half forward for St Mary's. Kapala back with the fight against Orgarinos. Will win the race to the footy, but had a fit of the fumbles. Then he took it cleanly and then went out of bounds in front of Buzz. Buzz, you did some numbers for me during the week. Trent McMullen, his goal kicking numbers had him as only kicking 1 goal in his career coming into today. Is that correct?
That wouldn't be correct, Kingy. I wouldn't have thought.
No.
I wouldn't have thought.
No, I might have misread. Bound to be thrown. So if that was the case, he's kicked 3 today, he's had a day out. Kick it right half back. Sutterby looking for Wilkinson. Spoil came from the back from Burke. Front of the pack, Ling for St Mary's is away. Kicks into the man coming towards him in Robinson. He's dragged to ground after taking the loose footy. He's got to knock it out or he's going to be pinged, and he is. Jai Lane. Trent Lang winning the free kick for St Mary's. He gives a handball off to Copley. Copley's kick's got too much on it. It'll bounce for Diamond. He gave a handball to Foppy. And he's not aware of what's going on around him. He got the kick away quickly. Bouncing ball off the cricket pitch has got away from Benson. Palmed down by Lang. Only into the path of Joseph. Joseph on his left boot, inside 50. Troop, can he get it over the top to Miller? He calls a kick around the corner. Well played, Darcy Troop. Miller had just got 4 to the footy. Troop was aware of it, was able to snap it around his body, well-weighted kick, and Miller can have a shot at goal to pull the margin back to 19 points.
Pretty certain the Newtown coaching staff may have listened to the K-Rock broadcast at half-time because they have slotted Wilkinson in at centre-half forward.
I tell you what, if we muck this up, Kirsch, we can go back to it one day.
Correct, exactly right.
Louis Miller playing just his second game, debuted last week against Colac, kicked a goal on debut, and a chance to kick the second of his career and a much-needed one. He's hung it out to the right. Did he sneak it in? Gee, I tell you what, oh, wow. That looks behind for me. We're right behind that kick, but the goal umpire adamant and gives it the 2 fingers. And we're back to within 19 points. 7-9-51 St Mary's, Newtown 5-2-32. Almost 18 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. Thanks to Freedom by Metricon. And their Liu reverse living display home now open at Kerr Lewis, Metricon Homes.
Lucky the GMHBA goalposts weren't out. I reckon it might hit it.
Yeah, the skinny post certainly helped them.
That's not a goal, sure.
No, it wasn't a goal.
The 40 goals, sorry, Kingy, 40 goals for McMullen coming in today as well, not the one. That goal looked very close to me as well, as you boys were saying from my vantage point down here.
Back to the middle, Fanning for Newtown, got it down towards half forward. McMahon tried to put the tackle on for Newtown, but Nick Connors got it away quickly. Over the top, Orgarinas having to run the other way, couldn't pick it up. Fanning did nicely, got it on the bootstraps and got it to Sutterby. He goes towards Troop, who takes the mark. Does he? No, the umpire says play on. Didn't get enough of it first or second time. Pack develops. Lang gets him in a tackle. And he will come in and ball it up about 35 out from the Newtown goal. So, ball up now. Fanning got it down. And try and drag the ball through Newtown. Can they pick it up? Joseph over the top. Conway, though, stands there. Big Sam Conway wrapped up. The umpire says it's held to him. I thought for a minute he was going to... And, whoops, hang on a minute. Was that Darcy Troop? I think he might have given Jonathan Zarb a piece of his mind. And it doesn't work for him. Josh Jash is going to come back and take the free kick.
Gives a handball off to Harry McMahon in the right back pocket in front of a packed house inside the old Geelong Pass players stand in the right back pocket. He goes short to Copley. Or Connors. It's Connors, in fact, with the footy. And Connors. A high ball for St Mary's to half-back Conway against Fanning. Palmed it down to the front where Maloney was able to gleefully accept it and snap it around the corner. Looking down for Williams, the debutant. He hasn't knocked away by Bond out of bounds. True centre wing on the far side. The eastern side of the ground, bathed in sunshine here at Anthony Costa Oval this late autumn afternoon. An absolutely spectacular one for local footy. Hope you're enjoying the call through KROC 955, kroc.com.au and the AFL Barwon Facebook live stream. Grabbed out of the ruck by Fanning. He'll send Newtown and Chilwell forward. Wilkinson front position is marked. It was touched off the boot though, according to the umpire. And we will get a ball up right at the edge of the centre square with Newtown and Chilwell in attack as we tick into time on in this third quarter. Game still and well and truly alive.
Ball spills free. St Mary's track it back there. Got some numbers. Rayner handball it to himself underneath. He can't pick it up though. He's under pressure, close to the boundary line. And he's happy to see it over in the end. Jay Dalhouse goes over there to say well done and sees it out for a boundary throw in. So left half forward, Newtown. GMHBA side of the ground. Fanning, he's had a good third term up against Conway. Fanning in front. McMahon for Newtown didn't take it. Now the ball spills back inside 50. Sawney pushed past the football. Handball came back quickly to Sawney. Right foot kick around the corner. Open goal square across the face of goal. And probably a good result in the end for the Towners because it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. It was looking like it was heading for out of bounds on the full. So right forward pocket swimming pool end of the ground. Newtown will have another boundary throw-in effort for goal. They're 5-2-32. St Mary's 7-9-51. Fanning. Ruck work against Burke. Both get a hand to it. Out of the contest, Sutterby. Fanning just thumped it on again. And a handball for St Mary's. Lloyd gets it away, back towards half-back, but taking the mark is Diamond. He can play on quickly and get it back inside 50. Squeezes it. It's okay. Condi takes the mark 45 out from goal directly in front. And he's a good kick, Big Condi, for a small man. So not without a show here.
Much better movement, isn't there, in their forward 50, in their forward half of the ground. They're a little bit more direct. They've come out with the motto, ditch the switch, which is fantastic.
Kick the ball straight down the ground.
Correct. And look at it, paying dividends.
So Condi, 45 out, left foot kick. Goes, doesn't quite get the distance, off the back of the pack and through for one behind. To the visitors, they go to 5-3-33. St Mary's 7-9-51. 22 played. Third term time clock thanks to Total Tools. Every tool for every trade.
Bringing the ball back into play. Looks like Harry Ling with the footy in the defensive goal square, swimming pool into the ground. Takes off towards our broadcast side. Sends it long, looking for Sam Conway to provide a contest. Big double fister from Kerman, Mick Schultz style. Ball rolling into the centre square. Picked up by Bo. That was a throw to Sutterby. Umpire was right there. He didn't pay it. And then another throw from Diamond back to Sutterby. Handball off to Fiore. Kick towards half forward. Got a man all alone. Harris, what's he going to do? Little kick into the pocket, although the bounce wasn't great for Fanning. He just didn't get good connection on the kick. Chance for Ling to give a handball back to Sam Burke. Burke will now kick towards half-back, looking out there for Shannon. He can't mark. It was good to get out of bounds, though, because it was a 3-on-1 once it hit the ground. Shannon happy to see it out. And there were two blatant throws in that passage of play that weren't paid.
I thought we were at Twickenham instead of Anthony Costa Oval.
I thought we were watching the Storm.
I'd love a late goal before three-quarter time. Newtown bring it back to 12 points. Out the back, Lloyd on debut doing the ruck work, wrapped up in a Wilkinson bear hug ball. He's underneath that pack and not coming out. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll toss it up between the edge of the centre square and the 50-metre line. Newtown slightly in attack. They trail by 18 in this third quarter thanks to Freedom by Metricon. Tap down Wilkinson. Maloney bursting his way through. Had a fresh area with the handball. Ball spills okay for Shannon. Shannon has a miss hit with the kick in the back line. It'll roll towards the boundary line. Damien McMahon can't control it, and it's out of play, and we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket in front of a packed Don Matheson Pavilion. Plenty of faces here this afternoon watching a good game of local footy.
So a boundary throw in. Newtown still into attack. Fanning and Lloyd. Ruck work for respective teams. Lloyd in front, Fanning from behind, got it down nicely. Condi runs onto it, left foot kick high, and going to set about 20 out from goal. No mark taken off the back of the pack. Ling gets a clearing kick for St Mary's. Back towards half forward for Newtown. McMahon wrapped up, got the handball free in the end. Wilkinson's handball was chopped off. McMahon had to go back and help out. He handballs it just nondescript through the middle. Bow, can he get the handball out? They can. They go off a step. Sutterby inside 50 again. Pack develops. Now who's going to sit there? Will Robinson runs in the outside of the right boot, back towards the top of the square. St Mary's working overtime at the back. Damien McMahon gets it away by hand. They go towards Dalhouse. He's going to be trapped. He gets one high, I think the umpire says, and he'll take the free kick.
Old-fashioned ear massage. Jay Dalhouse caught there.
Stand under it, and he goes wide. Finds Damien McMahon a half back.
Damien McMahon just says, let's settle things down a little bit here, boys, as we approach 25 minutes played on the Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. McMahon, Damien for St Mary's to half-back, wants Conway, front position, flies against Maddock, couldn't mark, knocked away by McMullen, and then he took it in his own grasp and kicked to the middle of the ground for Akarachi with the one hand. Nice mark, handball off, Shannon, Sutterby to run him down and got him, gobbled him up like Pac-Man, and won the free kick. He wanted to get back onto his left boot. Sutterby, the kick, too much on it for Lane, went back with no real intent. Connors, the handball up, chance to burst from half-back. Akarachi, it's going to come back, I reckon, a free kick for a hold, and it'll come back to Harry McMahon, just back of the wing. It might have been Diamond giving away the free kick.
That's not a bad professional free kick.
They
call that in soccer. That's probably not a bad one to give away.
He kicks it back. Jaska under pressure, but now he's going to be able to switch it to Burke. But Damien McMahon in support as well for St Mary's. From half-back, short little kicks. Okay, Blood. McMahon holds him up. So right at half-back now for St Mary's. Jack Blood called to play on. Goes along the line. Two Newtown players there over their heads as well, but they might be able to get it back there. And, there's that high. The umpire said play on. Coming through Sutterby across half-back. Chews off way too much there. And Ling takes the mark easy. St Mary's. His kick was smothered, though. A few errors here in the late stage of the third term. Sutterby across half-back again for Newtown. Now running around the middle. Handball over the top from Harris to Wilkinson. Set Kapala a task. Wrapped up. Not going anywhere. And they'll have a ball up. They all need a break. They all look a bit out on their feet here. St Mary's 7-9-51. Newtown 5-3-33. 26 and a half played third term.
Wilkinson, the tap down. Bogue, the roving, a handball release into the path of Lane. If it sits up, he'll be in business. It does. He straightens himself up in a well-weighted kick onto the chest of Sawney. Sawney's got it in front of the scoreboard. He wants the middle of the ground. A great kick to Robinson on the cricket pitches, providing the run is Diamond, just cruising by. But he'd gone before the handball got to him. Had to go back and recover it. And then Benson took him high in the tackle. And he'll take a free kick. He's 65 from home. Robinson presents it right half forward. Diamond, a bit betwixt and between. He just sends it long. Troop, his option. Troop gave a shove on Burke. Umpire didn't see it. Jaska, the handball out the back. Rolling ball. Williams, handball off. Chance now to get out of trouble. Maloney, left foot kick to half back. Diamond, a handball back to Maddock. Maddock, one way, then another. Now along the boundary line he goes with a floating kick inside forward 50. Joseph to fly, knocked away from him towards the boundary line. Good defensive play by St Mary's. And we've got a boundary throw-in in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Again, they're all doing all the attacking Newtown, just getting no reward for effort at the moment.
Plenty of time in forward half, that's for sure.
So throw in. Cam Wilkinson for Newtown up against Sam Conway. Conway works his way to the front. Wilkinson, though, does nicely, gets it away to Robinson, gets around one. Kick was partly smothered. Coming the other way, they can get it free. St Mary's back towards half-back. Maddock was there. Fiore coming in was Nick Conway, wrapped up. And he's not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up. So just inside the centre square. at half forward for Newtown. Conway gets it down. Kapala's handball was good to Robinson. Gives it back to Kapala, who kept running. Now his right foot kick into the pocket. Big pack there. Offhand's Troop. Can't take it. Nick Connors had hands on it as well. Ball spills free out the back. They're going to be able to run away against St Mary's. Jasker goes wide. Might be okay. Shannon picks it up. Needs to get back on his left. Does so now. Under pressure kick back towards the middle of the ground. Wilkinson goes up. Good mark. Cam Wilkinson. And, well, the umpire said play on. Must have been touched. He gave it away to McMahon, who now goes for Bogue. Left foot kick inside 50. Troop comes out. Can't take the mark off the front. Sawney. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Is that high? The umpire said play on. He's put the whistle away. Sawney, can he get around? His handball was over the top to Joseph. Left foot kick off a step back towards the top of the square. Across the face of goal. And can they keep it in? Yes, they can. Nichols around the corner. Oh! Has gone across the face of goal. It's still in play, would you believe, in the opposite side forward pocket. Joseph gets it over the top, and Joseph then puts the tackle on. Might be a ball up in the left forward pocket, and I'm about to explode. Tom King!
Sammy Nichols just got the most horrible of bounces. He was bowling the left armour that just turned the other way. Tapped down Conway. Quick kick out of the pack, might have been Copley. Got it outside defensive 50 just, but it's going to come back with interest. Diamond, flying shot, carry, yes, goal. Big goal from Mitch Diamond. A Lemmy's Tavern, goal of the afternoon contender from Mitch Diamond. Pulled the trigger from 49, hit it sweetly, Mitchy Diamond, and they're back to within 12 points. 6-3-39 Newtown. St Mary's at 7-9-51 as we approach 30 minutes gone in this third quarter on the K-Rock Freedom by Metricon scoreboard. Metricon, they're looking for skilled tradies to join the local team. Call 1300 Metricon to inquire today.
I know they're getting more ball inside their forward 50, but what they're actually doing is winning the contested ball. They're winning the one-on-ones. They're just winning those little half contests or their half chances, and they're taking their chances. They're getting some scoreboard reward now.
Close to siren time for three-quarter time. Going up, Conway gets it down. Through the middle, Benson dropped the footy. The umpire said play on Conway. He's wrapped up, gets rid of the football. Kapala trapped it. Gave it away to Condi. Needs to get around on the left. Does nicely. His handball in the end. In the middle to Bogue. Running off half back. They can go now quickly through Diamond. Long kick inside 50. Troop goes up. Siren sounds. Darcy Troop really took the mark. But he couldn't do so, and it's three-quarter time. St Mary's 7-9-51. They lead Newtown 6-3-39.
The Eagles banging on 5 goals 2 to 2 goals 1 in that third quarter, thanks to Freedom by Metricon. Their new reverse living display home now open at Kua Lewis. That's Metricon Homes, as Josh Conway has gone quickly out onto the ground, and he's got Max Orgarinos in his sights, and I'm surprised you don't find Chaz Kapala standing right next to him, Buzz.
Maxie, bit of work. The boys just mentioned that Newtown putting a bit of work into you in that term. Is that something you're used to now these days?
Oh, not at all, but thought I'd just take him forward, but we didn't really get the ball up there, so probably got caught in no man's land a bit personally, but the boys need to just really switch back on at the contest, and they run all over us that quarter, so I think in the last we just got to switch back on and finish the game how we want to.
Beautiful. Thanks, Maxie.
Max Orgarinos there. Buzz, good job by you. We'll let you have a listen to what Damien McMahon's got to say. St Mary's very quickly coming in together rather than breaking into groups and really being pulled in tight for a conversation. Is that Kesey that's having that chat to them, just parking the peepers over on the St Mary's huddle? He's having a very, very strict word with them straight away. Is Kesey. He's got the glasses on. That's how serious he is.
He is.
He's not happy with what he's seen in that third quarter, as the margin has gone from being 31 points at half-time back to 12 at the final change. We'll take a break, come back and catch our breath. What a frenetic third quarter of footy that was. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you on K-Rock 955 through krock.com.au and also through the AFL Bar on Facebook live stream as well. So Mary's by 12 points at three-quarter time. Thanks to APCO. Get into your local APCO this month to win a Gatorade tub for your club. Live, breathe, K-Rock football.
Fresh Daily with Tom and Loggy. Keith Urban.
Mm-hmm. You just find one in every song.
A little Write this down.
Yeah.
New game.
Yep.
Guess the
Guess the
Right? And Maddie will cut up famous and you and I have to guess the
Who's the
Yeah. You're going to win every week.
All right.
Fresh Daily with Tom and Loggy. On K-Rock 955. MasterChef's best food ever. Tonight, 7:30 on 10.
Metricon gives you freedom. The freedom to create your own dream home at a price you can afford. Like our spacious 4-bedroom Amira 20 with domain facade for $182,990. Yes, under $183,000 for a stunning family home. Hurry, first 50 buyers only. Visit your local Metricon display today. Freedom by Metricon. More home for less. Conditions apply. Exclude site costs. Geelong Build Region. CDBU 52967.
Shane Crawford, what's the best way to stay hydrated in the middle of a game?
You've got to get into APCO, Joe. Right now, get a great deal on Gatorade and you could win one of 10 tubs for your club.
That's a big win.
It's the ultimate hydration station for your team, Joe, with a 38-litre tub, sipper bottles and carriers, plus 120 bottles of Gatorade.
Win a tub for your club.
Only at APCO, right across Geelong.
We've got you. T's and C's apply.
Start winter in style with Harvey Norman Furniture. Huge savings on in-stock furniture ready to go. Gasmate Galaxy Outdoor Kitchen Barbecues, $6,599. Brooklyn 3-seater Shays Theatre Lounge, $3,299. Berwick 3-piece Australian-made lounge, $2,199. Save up to 25% on all end-of-season outdoor furniture. Winter at home is looking great with Harvey Norman Furniture. Easy parking at 2 locations, Corio and Warren Ponds.
Give yourself the home ground advantage at Warralilly. It's the place where the environment thrives, where over 1 million trees and shrubs have been planted, and 5 kilometres of the multi-award-winning Armstrong Creek has been restored into a natural wonderland, where you can ride, walk or run along trails that meander past conservation gardens, public art, playgrounds and stunning waterways. It's why Warralilly is a national environmental award-winning community. New land releases now selling. Visit warralilly.com.au.
You play strong, now look strong. Loco Sportswear Ice Stream apparel for championship teams. On the field, on the court, all sports. Plus a full range of training wear and supporter merchandise. No artwork fees, no delivery fees, just great value. And Loco Sportswear turns around orders fast. They can even set up an online store for your club. Loco Sportswear. Play strong, look strong. locosportswear.com.au.
With Trade Institute of Victoria's virtual classrooms, you could be running the show in no time. TIV's Diploma of Building and Construction can help you climb the ladder and learn how to manage your own business. Follow TIV's pathway to becoming a registered builder, learning from the comfort of your own home. Government funding available to eligible applicants. Apply online. Learn now and build your future faster with TIV. RTO number 21920.
If you own land and want to know how to maximise its wealth potential, just call Metricon today. Right around Victoria, Metricon are the experts in helping people build 2 or more homes on their land. We'll show you how to make the best use of your property, support you from beginning to end, and help you with the council. So get Australia's #1 home builder behind your new home development. Just call 1300 Metricon or search Dual Lock by Metricon today. CDBU 52967.
Thanks to Metricon Dual Occupancy.
Towards Nichols, it goes up off the side of the pack. Joseph roved it beautifully, turned around and kicked the goal. The Lambie's 10th goal of the day from Connor Joseph. 2 in a minute for Newtown.
Sotheby, nobody standing the mark. 49 metres out from goal. Goes bang and kicks it. No. Did he hit the post? No, he didn't.
It hit the umpire.
It hit the umpire, did it?
Standing behind the post.
Right. Got it outside defensive 50 just, but it's going to come back with interest. Diamond, flying shot, carry, yes, goal. Big goal from Mitch Diamond. A Lemmy's Tavern. Goal of the afternoon contender from Mitch Diamond. Couple of goals in succession either side of time on, and they have got themselves back within 12 points. Newtown, they looked shot at half-time when they trailed by 31 points and had just the 1 goal on the board, but have played arguably their best quarter of the season in kicking 5 goals 2 to 1 goal 1 to get that margin back to 12 points. Josh Conway is down boundary side for us this afternoon. Buzz, what have you got for us?
Sorry, can you give me help? I have my mic on, mate. I just heard Glenn, you were mentioning Glenn Keith's got some areas into a tight huddle at three-quarter time. There's about 2 seconds of that I could repeat on radio. Fair to say he was not happy at all. It's centred around work rate. That's about as much as I could tell you. So, yeah, fair to say he was not happy.
And out of the Newtown, what did Damien McMahon have to say? What were you able to hear?
Yeah, he's a bit of a whispering jack in the huddle, but what I could gather, Kingy, he was very, very happy, just urging the guys to go again. They've got to lift another level for one more quarter. He was obviously happy with the output in that third term, but he was urging the guys to go one more level in this final term to run over the top of St Mary's.
All right, if he's whispering Jack, he's not really the voice then, is he? 7-9-51 St Mary's, Newtown 6-3-39. The momentum's with the Eagles, but you suspect, Kirsch, for Wilson's Real Estate, that one goal might just put the pin in the bubble.
What Newtown need to do now is just, back themselves up from that quarter. They know what they've got to do. They've got to bring the same heat, the same pressure, the same ball movement, and take it up to St Mary's in this first couple of minutes. Put St Mary's on the back foot. If St Mary's kick that first, I think it could probably, put a little bit of, take the wind out of their sails a little bit.
Around the grounds for Leopold Sportsman's Club. Leopold Sport is your complete family venue. You'll find them, of course, on Kensington Road in Leopold, and there's one AFL game underway. It's GWS 72 leading the Eagles 69 with a minute and a half to play in the third quarter at Giants Stadium. Collingwood and Port Adelaide not too far from bouncing at the MCG, and our final game of the round will be Essendon and North Melbourne from Marvel Stadium. But our final term, thanks to Metricon dual occupancy, here's Jason Doherty.
So start of the final term, Sam Conway takes it away from the middle for St Mary's. Can't really break free in the end. He needs some help. Maloney gave it to him. Back to Conway, to Blood, who gets the handball outboard. They might have a bit of space now to move. Lloyd, left foot kick around the corner, inside 50. Misdirected though. And they're going to be able to settle the play down, Newtown. Go short. Kerman's kick. In fact, it wasn't. It was chopped off, and they come back inside from Blood for St Mary's. It goes to the top of the square. Nick Conway goes up, can't take the mark. Off the side of the pack, Dalhouse. That's what he's there for, and he just misses. And through for one behind, his second of the afternoon. A quick start for St Mary's, 7-10-52. They lead Newtown 6-3-39. Fourth quarter, thanks to Metricon dual occupancy.
Too early for a handy point.
Well, you never know.
Just waiting for the ball to come back. Metricon dual occupancy by Metricon, helping Victorians develop their land. Call 1300 Metricon to find out more. Diamond takes off into the right back pocket and then sends it long towards the eastern side of the ground for Newtown, looking for Fanning. Jasker with the spoil, rolled off the back of his fist towards the boundary line where Connors kept it alive. He had his kick partially smothered. Condi not for the first time this afternoon. The loose footy, a handball. Bogue into the path of Harris. He's got a little bit of room to move. He sends it long to a one-on-one contest. Nichols front position. Sam Burke a good spoil. Front of the pack, Lang. Back to Sam Burke. Burke's kick asks Damien McMahon to work hard, and he does. And he takes the mark on his chest almost at the top of his defensive goal square at the northern end of the ground for St Mary's.
So he just holds up the play. He goes towards Lang at halfback. That's a great kick. Just waited for him to move to the space. Kicked it to him. Tom Lang takes it at halfback. Plays on now. Goes long with the kick towards centre wing. That's good. Lloyd gives it away by hand to Damien McMahon, who followed it up. Runs to half forward with the kick. Which way is it going to bounce? It bounces towards the Newtown defenders. If they can get it away, they can. Bond gets away under pressure. They fall over. Blood gets it the other way. And
what a
kicks
ripper.
the goal. The Lambie's Tavern goal of the day with the outside of the right boot. Jack Blood, the goal we were looking for St Mary's. And that is their 8th of the afternoon. Great play from Damien McMahon from one end to the other. And Jack Blood finished it off. His first of the afternoon. The 8th for St Mary's. 8-10-58. They lead Newtown 6-3-39, 2 minutes played, final term, and in the expert's chair here for Wilson's Real Estate is Matt Kershaw.
That's the ball we used to seeing St Mary's with. McMahon, Lang hits up Lloyd, quick handball release into their forward half, and some clever work there. That was a good brand of footy, wasn't it?
Good to watch.
Good to watch indeed.
The hard running of Damien McMahon created that goal in the end. Back in the middle now, there's a bit going on off the footy, is there? And there's going to be... The umpires can't work out what they're discussing here.
It was one extra into the square for St Mary's, I think, King.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. So does that mean a free kick for Newtown and Chilwell?
I think Max Sorgarinos just
warning
jumped in from the wing.
Well, that's a free kick then, isn't it?
And now we've got Sutterby coming from the ground with the assistance of the trainer. So it's all happening here at Anthony Costa Oval. So we come down to you, Buzz. Not sure whether that's a blood rule for New Grove bench tops. I think it might be.
Yeah, it looks like
he was the one crunched in the tackle that forced the ball out to Blood. Diamond now comes into the centre square. And they've got one short in defence, and they're screaming for Will Robinson to get back after the ball up. Diamond, who has won the footies, handball missed Bogue. Coming off the bench, go to lay tackle Foppiani. He went a little bit too high. And now it's on Maloney and McMahon are at it. And it is on again. They haven't liked each other all day, Maloney and McMahon, after an earlier incident. Blood's getting to his feet after being collared by Foppiani. Blood's just picking himself up and dusting himself off. And Maloney, McMahon, Troop, all into each other. Harry Linger's in there as well. And it's Blood with the resultant free kick. True centre wing for St Mary's. Drives a kick into the pocket, wanting Nick Conway. Ball's knocked away from him towards the boundary line. Tackle late on Ned Shannon. That is just inside the field of play. And we'll get a boundary throw in. It is on Maloney and Matt McMahon are waging their own private war. And it's fun to watch. Umpire tosses it up. Brought it in just a little bit to give some players some clear room from the ball up. Fanning got a piece of it. Down to Shannon again. He's wrapped up one more time. And umpire quickly comes in to throw it up. Fanning the tap down, trying to barge his way through. Shannon couldn't take it. Blood going the other way, tight against the boundary line, under pressure, flying shot, not bad, and it might have hit the post and been helped through by Fiore. It's a behind margin. He's 20 to the good of St Mary's. Entertaining start to this final term.
Kick in, comes quickly to Lewis for Newtown. Still inside defensive 50. Called to play on now. Has to go backwards. Now he goes with the right foot kick wide. Foppiani's out there. Won't sit for him, though. And he needs some support. Pack develops. And the umpire will come in and call it up. Mick Condy getting up last. And the ball up. Fanning gets it down to Bogue. He's wrapped up straight away. Push in the back or a hold. Hold, said the umpire. So Matt Bogue's going to take it back into the centre wing. He goes in front of the KFC scoreboard. It's okay. They can play on quickly. Lane's got it. Goes inside 50. Ling goes up off the front of the pack. Who's going to sit for it? Sits for Harris. He kicks around the corner. Open goal square. Goes back there. Bounces into the goal square. Jasker gets back there first. Gets it away to Damien McMahon for St Mary's. Goes towards centre wing. McMullen holds him off. Holds off beautifully. Fiore for Ned Shannon to take the mark on centre wing.
Shannon just back of the wing, broadcast side. He wants the middle of Anthony Costa-Oval. It's a well-weighted kick for his skipper, Blood. Got Rayner just cruising past. Rayner from 55 metres pulls the kick to the debutant Williams, or was it Dullhouse? It was knocked away from Dullhouse. Well played by Lewis into the pocket. Lloyd is there with Kerman. Lloyd just tracking the footy. Wrapped up now by Kerman. Ball not coming out. He submitted in the tackle. Umpire Zarb says holding the footy. In the right back pocket, it was an easy decision to make. Didn't attempt to get rid of the footy, and Kerman just shinned that to Luke Maddock, who's got it at the top of his defensive goal square, brings it into the left back pocket. Mark taken by Fiore, tucks it under the arm, runs his full measure, and then sends a kick to our broadcast position.
Right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. The ball comes to Connor Joseph, who goes inside 50. It's a 2-on-2. Might sit for Sawney. No, it comes back the other way to Ling for St Mary's. He comes back up. Diamond, good mark in front of Benson. Does nicely at half forward.
It's been good, Diamond.
He has, and he needs to drive it forward now. Troop long. He goes in that direction, does he? He does. It's over the back for him. He can go up. He can't take the mark, can he? The umpire said play on. It was off hands in front by the St Mary's defenders. Troop held up. He gives the handball away. Harris wheels around on the left, puts it at the top of the square. Who's going to mark that? Everybody goes up. Nobody can. Falls to the front. Sawney's on hands and knees. The umpire says he is going to ball it up. About 25 out from the Newtown goal. 20 points of difference. St Mary's 8-11-59. Newtown 6-3-39. 7.5 played in this final term.
Banning palmed it down onto his boot, just didn't hit it flush enough, and it's floated towards the goal and behind post right hand side, and the mark taken by Sam Burke on his chest. It was a smart play by Fanning, had the smaller McMullen against him, but just couldn't get the guide onto the boot. Oh, the kick, the mark dropped there by Foppiani, and now the turnover. Comedy of errors, and Newtown have just missed an opportunity. Dullhouse has marked at centre half back for St Mary's, short to Shannon, got it at the point of the square at right half back. Connor Foppiani would love that moment back. Chance for Shannon to... it's going on off the footy. Maloney and now Troop into each other just in front of us. Plenty of spot fires as Orgarinos, who's been just absolutely blanketed by Kapala in this second half, has some clear footy. Left half back. Outer side of the ground for St Mary's. Goes wide looking for Lloyd, who slipped over. Benson picks up the loose footy. Will take on Foppiani and tuck it under the arm. Has a bounce at 49. Straightens up from 45. Driving kick across the face. Has missed to the right. Would have been a wonderful finish from Benson, but has put it through for a behind. And the margin is now 21. 8-12-60 St Mary's, Newtown and Chilwell. 6-3-39 in this final quarter, thanks to Metricon dual occupancy.
Quick kick in to Bond. Good mark under pressure from Nick Conway at defensive 50 for Newtown. Takes the mark. Hold up a little bit. Going to go down the line towards centre wing. Wilkinson in front. McMullen. Good play. Read it the better. More experience. He chips the ball short. It's okay. Shannon takes the mark. Still in between wing and half forward. So Shannon now goes to the pocket. That's the kick, says Damien McMahon on the bench. He goes down towards the boundary line. And tackle comes from Copley. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Right in front of the very, very packed on Matheson Pavilion here this afternoon at St Mary's. 10 minutes played, final term. St Mary's with a 21-point advantage. Conway taps it down. Copley has to track it back. Kick off the ground. Came quickly from Dalhouse. And through for one behind. Off his boot. He's got 3 behinds this afternoon as well. They go to 8-13-61. St Mary's, Newtown 6-3-39. Fourth quarter thanks to Metricon and dual occupancy.
Diamond into the right back pocket he runs and then just checks his kick to half back. He asks a lot there of Fiore, who's paid the mark in front of Lloyd. He's got it for Newtown and Chilwell. The Eagles trailing by 22 points. Got some work to do. He pulls it, the kick to left half back. It's a well-weighted ball for Kermit. He shares it by hand with Bogue. Bogue for Newtown at left half back under pressure. It's a handball away to Diamond. Diamond went to go one way, went back inside to Bogue. Takes on the tackle of Nick Conway. Back edge of the cricket centre wicket table. Kicks to the wing. Hitting the ground. Sutterby got a handball just into space. McMahon needs to be able to flick it up. Does so successfully. Chance here for the Eagles to go inside 50. Troop best position. Couldn't take the mark at the front. Numbers there. Sawney overrunning it. Head over the footy. Harris trying to keep it alive for the Eagles. Can't knock it out. Wrapped up. That could be holding the ball if he doesn't get it out. Umpire says give it to me. As dump Troop slinging Shannon to the ground. Umpire has to step in. Now Wilkinson in a bit of a push and shove. And surprise, surprise, Ben Maloney is involved. And a free kick has been paid to Shannon as he was dumped. The umpire said the tackle was a little bit irresponsible, and then Shannon will take the free kick and go short, and he finds Burke.
So Burke runs away from half back by himself and goes towards half forward with the kick. Oh, Kapala up indiscriminately. Should have been a free kick. Copley then got one high. He ducked. Umpire says player. Then he got the handball out. Mucking around with it. Lloyd, can he pick it up against Kapala? He does, but Kapala gets him straight away and wraps him up, puts him into the ground. We'll have a ball up, 45 out from the St Mary's goal. So, break in play now, just for the ball up. 8-13-61 St Mary's, Newtown 6-3-39. The ball up occurs. Big pack around it. And again, tackles. And the pack will get up. Copley gives it back to the umpire after Kapala's tackle. So Wilkinson gets 3 or 4 taps to it, but it's roved. St Mary's give it back towards the top of the square, but they've got the numbers. Newtown. Bond shuffles the handball out. Maddock gives it away by hand. Now they go wide towards centre wing. St Mary's going to have the numbers. Good play. Lang kept it in for Damien McMahon to track it along the boundary line. Tumbling right foot kick inside 50 again. Bond comes across for Newtown. Can't take the mark. Wrapped up by Nick Conway. Good pressure from the St Mary's forwards, and they hold it in there once again for a ball up.
22 the margin. St Mary's leading Newtown. 12 and a half minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock in this final term, thanks to Metricon dual occupancy. Tapped down by Sam Conway, roving by Bogue, been omnipresent this afternoon. A helicopter to half-back. McMullen over around the flight of the footy, taken by Miller. Handball release was good to Sawney. Wanted to take on Lang. The handball out into the space that Joseph occupied, but Ling was able to wrap him up, bring him to ground, and we'll get a ball up. That was good by Lang. Sawney would have had him for speed if he was able to get away, but Lang was able to stick the tackle, and that just affected the play further up the field, and we got a ball up just forward to the centre circles, favouring Newtown. Tapped down Wilkinson, roving. Sotheby. Was able to jam it on the boot and get a kick going 15 metres. Fisted forward by Condi. Fisted forward by Joseph. Hitting it hard. Matt McMahon. Handball off. Miller one way. Then the next to handball on the bounce. Heard a voice. Jai Lane just jammed it on the boot. Pulled it across the face of goal too much. And Nichols stretching. Couldn't complete the mark. It's off hands and through for a behind. And the margin is 21. Newtown 6-4-40. Their first score of the final term. Took 13 and a half minutes on the total tools time clock. St Mary's at 8-13-61.
Kicking back towards Shannon. Good kick, good mark. Took it in front of Jai Lane.
Certainly not the scoring end that end, is it?
No.
For a beautiful day.
There, yes. So now, and then Shannon called to play on. Going to go down the line towards centre wing. Conway with the sit at the bow. Good mark. 30 line. Sam Conway did nicely. Can give it off to Blood, who's right next to him. He does now. Just shuffles in the handball. Jack Blood gets around Fiore. Goes with a kick towards half forward. Lloyd should have picked it up first before he tried to track it back. He has to go back and pick it up. Can he fix it? He can't. Needs some support. Ling was the support. Through the middle. Right foot tumbling punt. Outside of the boot towards half forward. Dalhouse tracks it. Can he get it back around on the right? He can. Brings it back to the top of the square. It's a good kick. Nick Conway can't take the mark. Off hands at the back. Robinson in support for Newtown. He kicks over the top to Bogue and they're out of pressure. Out of trouble.
Bogue gives a handball off. The run comes from Sotheby from inside defensive 50. A floater to the wing wanting Troop. Good spoil. Lang brought it to ground. And then Lang a little soccer off the ground as he went to pick it up to see it out of bounds. Boundary throw in. St Mary's fans wanted a free kick for front on contact for Conway. It didn't come and we've got a boundary throw in just forward of the wing.
Kingy, Matt McMahon's one to keep an eye on. He looks like he's really labouring in this final term with that lower leg injury.
Yeah, you wonder if
not moving very well at all.
You wonder if he'll get up off a 6-day turnaround. But here's Matt McMahon bursting onto the footy, drives it inside forward 50. No mark taken. Front of the pack. Miller did well to find it on the ground, but as he tried to decamp the scene, he was dragged to ground ball up. It's quite interesting. Matt McMahon plays with his socks up most of his career. It was down for a moment. It's back up again. And we'll get a ball up right on 50.
He'd be the only player out there, wouldn't he, with his socks up?
Yeah, Al Fanning.
Fanning.
He gets the fist forward. Usually you'll find the ruckman arm. Rolling ball. Sotheby couldn't take it. The debutant Williams got a handball, but it was stolen by Foppiani. Lewis for Newtown. 55 from goal. High kick. Right forward pocket. Nichols couldn't mark. It's off hands. And it's going to roll across the face of goal. And finally through from behind next to the left-hand behind post. Rayner happy to see it safely through. Margin back to 20. 6-5-41 Newtown. St Mary's 8-13-61. Need the next goal and need it quickly, Kirsch.
Yeah, not as frenetic pace as the third quarter. Maybe it took it out of them.
Rainer's kick in, just missed the target. Again, Lewis has got it for Newtown. Gives it by hand to Sotheby off a step. Again, they miss. And this time to the right-hand side. And through for one behind. So we'll go to 6-6-42 Newtown. St Mary's 8-13-61. 16 played final term. Thanks to Metricon Dual Occupancy. Dual Occupancy by Metricon, helping Victorians develop their land. Call 1300 Metricon.
Harry Ling just rocking the rat peeping over the broomstick on the top lip. Almost a nod to Jason Davenport. Kick towards half-back. Spoiled away by Bond from Sam Conway. Then he found the loose footy on the ground before running into a three-man tackle. McMahon, Conway and Arkarachi. Sounds like my law firm. Umpire tosses it up. Tapped down by Fanning. Bogue gets a handball away. Oh, Shannon taken high up. I said play on. Damien McMahon, Arkarachi, handball, Blood, but going off the footy, Fanning involved. Blood. Oh, he had a bounce and McMahon got him by the jumper. Should have been holding the ball. Wasn't paid.
Wow.
And then the quick kick forward by Connors is marked on the chest by Fiore. And they'll look to open up the eastern side of the ground. That's a beautiful ball from Fiore that finds Lewis.
So Lewis now from centre wing goes towards half forward. No mark. Sawney tries to keep it back to himself. And Pack develops at half forward.
Geez, Jace, Matt McMahon has got to be very, very careful. He just needed Jack Blood straight in the rib cage as he got up.
And a few of the St Mary's coaches are not happy about the whole process. Fanning gets the kick back inside. 50 Miller takes the mark and will shoot for goal for Newtown from 45 out.
And Jack Blood is having a word with the umpire too, saying, can you please keep an eye on this?
Yeah, no, the umpire was right there. Young Harry Gower is a very fine umpire, Kingy, but you can't do that. That was pretty crude.
And Maloney's gone straight in there yet again.
Jack Blood's coming towards us.
So while all this is happening, Louis Miller's going to go back and have a set shot for goal, 40 out, City end of the ground. To make the margin 13 points. He comes in, deliberate right foot kick. And he has
Called it.
Oh, wow.
Goal umpire comes back to the middle and says all clear. So he puts his second of the board on the board this afternoon. And the seventh for Newtown, 7-6-48. Trail St Mary's, 8-13-61. 18 minutes played, final term, Total Tools time clock. And here in the experts chair for Wilson's Real Estate is Matt Kershaw.
They're not going away out of Newtown. And the best thing about that was they had repeat shots on goal. So they had 3 or 4 shots on goal. They kept the ball in their forward half. Yeah, they got a few points, but the maintained possession in their forward half. What they've got to do now is get the next one, and it is game on, Jason.
Gee, no love lost between these two clubs.
Get the next one on, and you watch the levels rise. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, 18 and a half minutes played. Still plenty of footy left in this one. Sotheby and Akarachi going at it in the middle. Fanning winning the tap down. Fanning trying to do the roving, but knocked away by Benson. Bogle caught one on the way through. Did the umpire said play on. He gave a handball to Conway. Connors, Benson, Dullhouse. Kick inside forward 50. Looking for a marking option. Spoiled to ground by Lewis. Roving done by Nick Conway. He got a handball up. Bond was there for Newtown. Dumped by McMullen. There is an eagle down. That's Maddock for St John of God. Your emergency specialist now open 24/7. Slow to get to his feet. Luke Maddock, they can't afford to have him out of the contest. One of the competition's best defenders. He's on his haunches still, slowly getting to his feet. And there's a limp up too. That's a big blow. And he's walking away with a resigned look on his face. The umpire's telling him to get out of the way so he can continue this contest. Umpire puts it into the air. Fanning, well, it's allowed to bounce. Fanning just threw it on the boot towards Luke Maddock. If he turns around, he might get a kick. Barging his way through Condi, gave it to Robinson at close quarters. Sotheby looped a handball over the top. It was a smart handball too. Said to his teammate Miller to run onto it. Nichols, a don't argue. Then a handball to Foppiani. Foppiani to the runner. Sotheby had a fumble, held without it. Umpire said play on. Maloney to Ling. Handball out. Benson towards Lang. Just protects the area for Dullhouse to run onto it and kick into space.
He does now across half forward, getting across there first. Shannon, can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Tries to get the handball away. He does. Out the back to Copley. Can he get it back to Damien McMahon? He can. St Mary's now 65 out. High kick. Who's going to mark that? Nick Conway goes up with one hand. Can't take the mark. Off the back, Fiore. Can't pick it up. Under pressure. Lloyd comes through the middle of the pack. He can't pick it up. Now he can. Does he get one high? No. Foppiani puts him to the ground. It comes up to Diamond. He gets a trip. The umpire says play on. And now Kerman in the last line defence. Short kick, no 15. They have to play on. Newtown in the last line defence. They get it out towards Sammy Nichols back there. In fact, it's handball over the top came quickly. That came from Bogue. And he ran a long way down from centre wing to help out. And it's going to be out of bounds in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. 8-13-61 St Mary's. Newtown 7-6-48. 21 played, final term.
A goal to put this one to bed.
Goal to keep it alive.
But a goal to keep it well and truly alive. Boundary thrown. Fanning front position against Nick Conway. Ball hits the deck. Benson hit it at speed but ran into a tackle. Handball found Akarachi. Freed the arms to give it to Damien McMahon. McMahon threw a couple of outstretched arms, but Fiore was awake to it. Quick handball release to Lewis. Lewis a high kick. A helicopter he kicks towards Harris. What's the bounce like? It bounces away from him. Can he keep it alive? Oh, crunch. Straight into the Wilson's Real Estate sign went Harris. And hopefully he hasn't come off second best. James Wilson will be happy with that. The sign is sturdy. And the expert is sturdy as well, Matt Kershaw.
I wouldn't have liked to have hit that sign, though. It wouldn't have been sturdy if I hit it. Don't worry about that, Jason.
Conway and Fanning out the back. St Mary's get it back inside 50 again. Nick Conway's going to have 2 on him. He goes up, punched away. Dalhouse at the front, wrapped up by Kapala, got the hands free, but only as far as Diamond. He measures the pass out wide at half back. They've got some space now. Harris not near the Wilson's Real Estate sign now. He's inside the field of play. Goes along with a kick. Troop's got a couple on him. He goes up. He can't take the mark. He needs some help. Lang came in to help out for St Mary's. Ball still in dispute at the back of the pack. Can they pick it up though? That's the thing. No. Lane pushes it, the footy, and Harry McMahon over the boundary. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Centre wing out of side. 22 played final term. 13 points of difference in favour of St Mary's. Conway for the Saints. Up against Fanning for Newtown. Fanning in front. No, Conway got there in the end. Goes towards the boundary against Sotheby. Can he keep it in? He falls over just at the crucial stage. Needs some support. Maloney's in there as well. He runs out of room. And it will be boundary throw in. Surprise, surprise. Matt McMahon right next to him.
Luke Maddock ready to come back onto the ground too, Jace.
Thanks for that update, Buzz. Good to see that he's okay. And a boundary throw in centre wing.
Fanning, front position against Conway. Conway got front position, grabbed it out of the ruck, was pulled off the kick, dribbled it about 8 metres, but into the path of Benson, tried to give it to Akarachi. Too hot the handball. Bogue was good. Matt McMahon needs a runner going past. Had to spin 180 and then gave a handball off to rather Lane. Lane now a kick towards half forward, a one-on-one. Connors, wonderful mark. Hamlin Hanger contender in a one-on-one. Tough mark against a tough opponent. And Chipper takes a good grab. That was distinctively good, and Hamlin are distinctively local. And Connors has got the footy at left half back and able to hold things up for St Mary's.
Goes to centre wing. Big pack there. Off the side. Bond. His handball for Newtown was okay. Diamond runs through centre wing for the visitors. He goes inside 50. 2 on 2. Oh, that's plucked. And that is a good mark. And that's Sam Nichols with it. And that's what he can do.
Distance is not an issue.
He's going to be kicking from 45 out, 45-degree angle. And limited opportunities in the air today for Sam Nichols, but this a crucial one for him. He's kicked one. And this to make the margin 7 points.
He's a stay-at-home type forward, but he has been getting up the ground this second half, obviously, to get involved.
Comes in, city end of the ground.
This will make it very interesting.
Sam Nichols, left foot kick, 40 out, holds up. Has it got the distance?
That's a goal.
That's a goal. So Sam Nichols kicks his second of the afternoon. And the 8th for Newtown. They go to 8-6-54. They trail St Mary's 8-13-61. And we've been playing 24 and a half minutes final term, fourth quarter, thanks to Metricon. Dual occupancy by Metricon, helping Victorians develop their land. Call 1300 Metricon. And here for Wilson's Real Estate is Matt Kershaw.
Well, we've got about 3 or 4 minutes left in this game. There's 7 points in it.
Oh, it's plenty of time.
Do all rotations go out the window and you keep your best team on the ground? Yes. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be throwing everything out the window.
That point we called early might be...
at the crucial point.
Might be the crucial point.
It was not too early at all, Kingy.
Fanning in the middle against Conway. Wonderful bit of roving. Benson a high kick towards centre half forward. Fiore front position for Newtown. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at the bootlaces of Bond. It was a good pickup, but he ran into a 2-man tackle. Dullhouse and Williams drag him to ground, and we'll get a ball up just outside 50 at left half forward for St Mary's. They lead by 7 in this final term thanks to Metricon dual occupancy. Umpire tosses it into the air. Fanning got a little piece on it. Bogue tracking it, got a shove. Umpire said play on. Bogue, it's underneath him. Now he's got to knock it out. Umpire says quickly, give it to me. I'll stop play. Get a stop of the clock, and we'll get the ball back in the air again and get things moving. Fanning, front position against Conway, won the tap down into the path of Bogue, tackled by Copley, but not before a handball off to Robinson, who gave it to Sutterby, who ran out of room, and a boundary throw-in will take place at left half forward, just outside 50. St Mary's attacking the swimming pool end in this final term of K-Rock football. 7 points the margin. This is the best one we've had so far in 2021.
Boundary throw-in 50 out. David Fanning, Sam Conway. Boundary umpire throws it in. Fanning tried to thump it clear. He couldn't do so effectively. He's on hands and knees. He needs some support. Sutterby's there as well. And the umpire will come in and do a bit more work for another ball up. 26 played, final term, 7 points the difference. In favour of St Mary's, Conway holds Fanning off. Neither get an effective tap through the middle. Matt McMahon gets it away. Quick kick around the corner. Newtown, high kick. Running back with a fly to the footy. No mark taken by Benson. Now the ball spills free. Newtown, the back of the pack. Bogue gets the ball clear. They run through lane, through the middle. He goes forward. Nichols on the wrong side there. Did well to get a hand to it. Front and centre was okay as well. And defence overtime from Harry McMahon. And it will be a boundary throw in left half forward for the Towners.
Great pressure. They really need to roll the dice, don't they, Kirsch?
They do.
It doesn't matter what the margin you get beaten by is now.
And it doesn't matter how that ball gets inside forward 50. You don't have to be precise, even chaos balls, bouncing balls.
Oh, fresh airy from Benson with the kick. It's going to spill for Sutterby. Good pick up. Has he got a handball back? He does. He gives off by hand. Fiore, can he hit a target? He can. Oh, and the jukes were outstanding from Troop coming out. He's quickly got to get moving. There's a Saint down in back play on his haunches. Keep an eye on that buzz for St John of God. It's Jack Blood, who has been worked over this afternoon, but this is for Troop to pull the margin to a point. A behind wouldn't be the worst result.
What a delivery by Fiore.
It was smart play by Sutterby. Find the quality user of the ball. He did in Fiore. He needs to start at right goal post. He'll kick from 49. He sends it on its way. Has it got the carry? Touched on the line. They're a goal behind. The margin is 6. 8-7-55. Plays 8-13-61. St Mary's lead as we approach 28 minutes gone on the time clock. Thanks to Total Tools. Every tool for every trade. Go one-on-one.
Newtown have to cover off all the exits here.
So play on from fullback. Lynn goes wide with the kick towards McMullen. Why not? Goes up. Oh, nearly took it too. Off hand, still in play. Now it's out. And a boundary throw in. Geez, maybe 6 points of difference. 28 played. Final term. Draw.
It's on the cards.
It's on the cards. It's in at left half forward for Newtown. Conway and Fanning. Done most of the ruck work all day. Fanning tries to push Conway away. He couldn't do so. Conway got it down. Pack develops again. Good for St Mary's. Off. Thrown out somehow. Fanning got it. Augarina's got it away. He gets a kick around the corner to centre wing. Copley can't pick it up. He needs some support. Foppiani's there. Got the handball away. Diamond goes from half forward towards Troop on a lead again. He goes out. He can't take the mark. Sawney front and centre. Rayner gets across there first. Does nicely. Thought about the handball. Then thought about the kick. Then gets one high. Then the umpire says has to be holding the ball if it's not high, and it is.
Oh, wow.
It's a free kick. So Newtown have got it 50 out from goal. They play on, but Kerman goes from 45 out. Long kick towards the goal square mark. Yes! Headland hanger!
My initial thoughts that was high.
Oh, yeah, it was high. But Sam Nichols has taken the mark, the Hamlin hanger mark of the day in the last 20 seconds of the game.
Wrong side for a left footer.
He's kicked 2. He's going to be kicking from the left forward pocket. It's 6 points the difference.
Banana?
Well, he just has to. He's only 2 metres out of him. Oh, siren! So, St Mary's win or there's a draw. They're the 2 outcomes this afternoon. Sam Nichols has kicked 2. This to draw the game. City end of the ground. Siren has sounded. He's going to banana it.
Can't run around.
He can't run around. He comes in and he kicks. He's got it! He's got it! Sam Nichols has kicked his 3rd. And it's a draw at the Anthony Costa Oval. Newtown 9-7-61. St Mary's 8-13-61. Oh, there you go. What a finish.
Sam Nichols has just kicked the goal of his career. St Mary's players protesting that they thought it was a behind. It's been given the all clear as a goal, and we have got a draw. Our first of season 2021, as Newtown have come from 31 points down at half time to tie things up at 61 apiece. Was there a behind missed earlier in the game that we were keeping track of?
This could become important.
Are they going to have to go back to the video to watch this game?
This could become important. We scoffed it at half time because it didn't matter.
We don't get it wrong at 5-9-39 to 117. Not normally. But anyway, they said it was 5-8.
We had 39 on the scoreboard. We had 39 on our
score sheet
documents.
I know what Tom's doing tonight. I know what Buzz is doing tonight. Re-watching the game.
Back him in, Jace. I've got the man of the moment, Sam Nichols.